Hello everyone, welcome to the Polaris Grand Finals, the Polaris Champions Global. My name is Arde, also known as Arde here, Arde PRG within the game. It's been a while since I've done something for Critical Ops, but I'm back, and we're going to see an exciting match here between Ecstasy and Absolute. Now, back in when I used to cast, Absolute was actually called Rain, so it seems like a lot of things have happened, and I'm honestly very excited to get straight into the first format screen where we're going to check out what is actually going on at this very moment. So right now we are in, I believe, the second stage, which is the playoffs, of course, the grand finals. They say it themselves. We've had a very nice first stage in the Eurasia area and the Americas, of course. But right now it looks like it's Europe versus America yet again. We've had some moments back in our, again, a couple of months back, previous year, we've seen a lot of South American teams also do very well. But at this point, it seems like Europe and North America are back at competing at the #1 position, at the highest stage, the highest level. There's some serious history, stacked rosters, and there's also a key transfer that just happened recently. So we're gonna have to check that out and see what's actually going on. Starting off with the brackets, one thing I do notice, and I can already see it in the middle of the screen, Absolute did actually lose the previous best of 3 against Ecstasy. Was knocked down a bit, then had to go against No Mercy, which they did flawlessly, 1-2-0, and now they're going for their second trial, but this time it is all or nothing in the grand finals. Something else that we, of course, see happening as well. We do see on down below, No Mercy getting pretty close to beating Exotic EU. Of course, they were getting a pretty close match in that game, but they were able to make it to those upper bracket or those lower final brackets, and at the end, they weren't able to make it to those grand finals. It seems like Absolute is ready for their second trial. Now, hopping over the map pool, Raid and Grounded. First 2 maps being picked on the side here, going straight to Canals Port. Now, I do believe Soar, Plaza, and Lexi, all of them are those are the maps that are available to be picked for today's matchup. Now, take a look at the actual bans for today. So we do see 2 going out straight for Raid. That's going to be our first map, going over to Grounded. And then I do believe that's Canals. It seems like my vocabulary, my memory is still correct. And then Plaza, which ends with Soar as the decider. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take it to Soar, but if we do, that's going to be quite a mesmerizing match. Another full best of 3 to witness. Going for the prize pool right now at this point, we do have $300 for the champions with 2,000 credits and 20 event cases. Now, of course, the runners-up will receive $150. Looking pretty solid. Even if one of the teams may get taken out on these grand finals, they still do not leave empty-handed, and it seems that the other teams have already taken their 3rd, 4th, and 5th to 16th place. So everyone that made it to the playoffs, congratulations for you for your position, and of course for the prizes there. And yeah, right after this one, we're gonna see I think we've already been over the map pools. We're just hopping over the actual teams and the rosters. Now, taking a look at the rosters, we do see one different thing on the American side here. Faultless, Shadow, Donley, Stizix, Fallen Knight, Mose, and 20 hours in game. Now, I know it's actually his name, 20 hours in game, but they did recently add him up to it's a new pickup, so it's very recent, and it seems like they're also taking them into the roster. Now, for the American screen, there's one interesting change. Ecstasy will be representing, of course, North America on this one. And Myline, who was actually an Absolute for a very, very long time, previously also known as Rain, and a 2024 World Champ and MVP at the time, moved over to North America. I can't believe I'm actually reading this, but he did move to North America and is joining Ecstasy on their roster. So this might change things quite a bit on today's matchup. Now, we've seen them already perform very well on the upper brackets before we actually get to the finals. So let's just take a look and see which team is going to be the one that's actually going to be victorious on these grand finals. We're heading straight into the knife round, I believe. Just waiting for that transition to come by, and look at that. Absolute and Ecstasy hopping right into the knife round in just a second, walking around doing their warm-ups. We see the lineups for today's match. Of course, the substitutes are not in. We only have spots for up to 5 players. Don't leave Faultless, Stizix, Mosier, and Fallen Knight on the absolute side. And then Ecstasy, we do see MyLine already coming right on top, making it pretty clear he made that move. Ottawa, YouTube, Stylers, and Holy. Now, one thing that's very interesting, MyLine has, of course, been playing a lot with Absolute when they were also named Rain like before. It was really intense, and now that he has all that information, this might be something that they can take advantage of, and they can actually use against Absolutes. So this knife round is going to be quite interesting. We can already see them moving towards that mid area, classic mid area, and the knife round seems to be taken by Ecstasy. And look at that, Absolute. Not off to the greatest start with the knife round, not going on their side. Now let's see which one they will pick. It looks like they'll stick to their guts, rocking with the Coalition to start things off. Ecstasy on the breach. They don't have anything in mind to change. No, they're going to get right into the pistol round. Already walking towards the tanks. Heading straight for shorts. That's what I'm seeing here. Ecstasy going for the classic short push, while Absolute's moving towards the B side, expecting a rush from Belong, but that's not the case. And Ecstasy's taking the sweet time, going for the bomb plant. MyLine, a quick little check up towards short,
Bomb has been planted.
Or at least Coalition short, but did not take any fire. Trying to be as quiet as possible with the shots, but get quite a bit of footsteps, and seems like Faultless is backing off. Absolute, they're not taking their chances on this pistol round. Oh, yes, they are. They're coming right from behind on short, and they're walking back. MyLine moving away with YouTube, and Stizex, first one to enter the site together with his teammates, getting pretty close, and we're getting the first smoke on the bomb side. Now Stizex, where's the defuse button? It's right about there. He's gonna press it, but Stylers, MyLine comes in, and oh my god, Stylers with that double Fallen Knight, Stizex both go down. Stizex did not seem to find the button to defuse. But that did not go. A quick replay there. Stizex, what is going on here? He's right there. Oh, and there's the third one. But is it enough? No, it's not. Stylers comes up with Vulver. Gets the double tap out of the way. Everyone gets taken down, and an Absolute. Just like that, get taken out. Ecstasy already off to a great start here on the side. Now YouTube has to be careful, and not a single frag is going to be taken there. Fallen Knight comes with the pistol, flash goes through, and the AK-47 is down. Quite a heavy buy there from Ecstasy. Going all in with their utility as well. Stylers comes to the rescue, tries to stabilize things, gets another pick, but Donley is not afraid, shoots through the smoke, and does get a frag. As he enters the site, picks up the AK. It's a free one. And Ecstasy, not a great start off for this eco round, I believe. Ottawa, looks like they're moving over towards stairs and heading towards the window. Mosia is on the ventilation shaft here on mid. Holy right above window. Tries to go for a few peeks towards the B side, but does not seem to budge and enter. Staying right above. What was that noise? I'm not used to that. That's a new one. MyLine gets closer here on Coalition. Long gets the straight tap on Fallen Knight. Coming the Fallen Knight himself. Faultless. Those pistols, I'm not sure what they're going to do, but Holy gets the triple. Donley, Faultless, and Mosia all get taken down, but at least they get 2 picks, but none of their weapons are saved. Not a single AK saved. Stizex. We have to watch that back. That was a beautiful triple kill right there from Holy. Of course, quick little eco frags, but not a single hit even towards Holy. Just a little error there with the scoreboard. I do apologize, but it is 2-0 for Ecstasy so far. Faultless, seems like he is already down to 3 HP. That pre-fire towards Long is not something that's too effective when you want to get towards that B-bomb site. And Donley striking down Holy, and we can see a flash coming down towards that section. Donley tries to get the wall bang, but has to reload, backs off, and Mosia is down, but Ottawa still remains. Tries to go for a few picks there, and look at that. Donley goes down, and Ecstasy reclaiming their position in his 4 versus 3. Throws in a flash, making sure that he's going to be able to pick up that bomb. Now, Faultless, he is so dangerous. Low, Ottawa finds him, but the wall bang is his. Faultless shuts him down right back to a 3 versus 3. Of course, he's very low, but he's still able to get that kill. Faultless does not seem to budge in any bad move, but YouTube comes in with the rest of his teammates. They're looking for that A play here. Fallen Knight right with the score. Zooms in, gets the first, goes for the second, but hits the fence. Now MyLine does take down Stizex, and he backs off. MyLine, he used to play with Faultless and Fallen Knight, but right now he's playing against them. He's been playing with them for so long, and now right down to the vents, 26 seconds. Can he clutch this one out against his old brothers? First thing, he does take a few steps, and he's a little loud, but not a single shot was fired towards Fallen Knight. And look at them, they were barely alive. No excuse there. MyLine, bit slow on that response time. And did not take a single shot. And off we go. It looks like the score has just been settled. 2-1. I hope that clears it up for most of you guys watching from home. Faultless. Quite aggressive move there. A little too cheeky. Musya gets the refrag on MyLine, but he has to back off. Quite a lot of members towards that can area. It seems like they don't want to go up the stairs. They're backing off.
Smoke out.
Right back to mid. Out a few bits of fire, but looks like it's not enough. The shots fire, and they return to YouTube, and he take his head out. Bomb down on the ground. They've got to pick that up before they can continue. Ottawa starts to get closer and closer towards those boxes, but Absolute seems to be locked in on that B site, really holding it down firmly. Ecstasy trying to play it slow, but look at that. Quite an awkward angle to play alone. Not a single member to back you up. It seems like Stylers is coming from behind, though. Might be able to give him some backup if he wants to, but I'm not seeing the communication here. Ottawa remains with his position. There we go. Now we do see a bit. Nope, never. Oh, 43 seconds. No decision yet. Ottawa finally makes the move, and we do see Holy trying to give him some comfort, but he's actually going a little further this time. 30 seconds. And it's quite clear they do not want to go for the A site. Stizex is holding on to that thought.
Toss and flash.
Absolutely, they've got 4 members, but Ecstasy is pretty clear. You can even see an incendiary being dropped towards heaven. Don't leave. Finds both of them right towards Milan. Goes for the goes for the jump peek. What was that? The flash comes in as well, and he takes him now in Ottawa. Ecstasy going for the return. Absolutely had such a great hold over the side, but it's not enough. Fallen Knight comes in to try and save the day. Takes on Ottawa. Stylers, where's that accuracy with the revolver? Oh, what is going on? Stizex and Fallen Knight take down the last two. A beautiful entry there by Ecstasy, but I'm not sure what happened on the bomb site. But Fallen Knight and Stizex were able to clean it off just barely there. Right back to a 2-2. Let's replay that real quick. Donley. Not sure what he was doing here. Going for the jump right after the flash. Flashing him. Was that the flash on himself as well? And Ottawa jumps down. Yeah. And right after that, Faultless and Stizex were able to get those final bits. They're going back and forth right now. Ecstasy. Quite victorious at the beginning with Absolute. Seems to hold their ground. Couple of interesting mistakes here and there. Oh, there's another one. Could have been quite deadly. But the smoke's up, and Ecstasy seems to be scared enough to not make that move yet. I really like the B bomb side. MyLine wants to go for that push towards Fallen Knight. Now he drops in the pop flash. Tries to get a bit of a peek towards that area. And another smoke. You can see MyLine knows exactly where to look. Holy gets the first one. Fallen Knight holding it quite nicely. Now they have to take back the B bomb side. They're already going for the bomb plant, but they're quite close towards each other. It's pretty obvious where Ecstasy is. 5 members remaining. I mean, they've got to be around the bomb side, right? No one's towards the ventilation. Everyone is on the bomb side. One towards heaven. MyLine takes down Donley. First one going down. Faultless comes in, trying to Holy. And you can see YouTube finds the first, but Stizzix comes from above. No one's finding Stizzix. Who's going to shut him down? He's still alive. Who's going to take him down? Ottawa finally takes the shot, but here comes Faultless from above. That was a massive error there. Ecstasy did not have the manpower to see Stizzix right on top of those barrels, shutting them down piece and bit by bit. And right after that, it was too late. Faultless shuts down the last attempt there from Absolute. See Stizzix 1, 2, and goes for the third one and went straight for the fourth. Ottawa did get the double, but unable to get that takedown on Stizzix right before his teammate died, and Faultless came in to shut it all down.
Flashbang out.
As my line went down.
Incendiary out.
We're using most of the systems towards long, but it seems like it's not long at all. Look at that. Oh my, he is so... Oh my god, Stizzix. How did he survive all of that? Still manages to get a kill out of that. That's impressive for a hold from that position. Now, Russia did get taken up quite early there. Now Ottawa still remains on the site. He is surprising them a lot this time. Fallen Knight comes in to return the blow towards Ottawa, but is it enough? My line, he did make a little bit of noise there, I believe. Looks like Fallen Knight is not hearing the audio from this distance. He's definitely not hearing anything. He's going to take a whole different route towards Coalition spawn, right back to the tunnels. But what is my line doing?
Incendiary out!
Drops an incendiary, and Fallen Knight does get the Q. That actually a great setup here from my line, but Fallen Knight tries to counter it with a double smoke. Goes for a few more shots, increases the area at which Fallen Knight could actually exit the smoke. Now we cannot see my line. Time's running out. He could be anywhere at this point. Look how close they are to each other, just dancing around the smoke area that Fallen Knight created. But look at that, my line does not budge a single bit towards Fallen Knight and takes him down right back to a 3 versus 3. Get a quick replay on that. Ottawa, the double there on the bomb side was crucial. Waiting right behind the corner as the flash went down. Absolute did not take that into account.
Suck on this!
Flash comes in, and Donley gonna have to back off quite a bit now. Another one, Donley. Oh. He's not going to see the map. He's just going to see a white color for the entirety. And finally, they enter the site. Another flash. Holy. No one gets to see anything today. Another smoke. Fallen Knight backing up. Bomb down on the ground. Stylers did get taken out. They did get the return. But Fallen Knight, look at that. A kill right through the smoke. Holy goes down with the HJ. YouTube finds cold ground with the AK-47. As my line holds it from above, and it seems like my line really likes holding it from above. And Ottawa goes in and surprises, but only gets the flick and gets the straight headshot. My line's flashed. Faultless moves forward. Fallen Knight down, but Stizzix ends it off. YouTube is down as well. No more YouTube on the bomb site. Now, another thing that's very important to mention, we are playing on North American service at the moment. This should be an advantage for Ecstasy. Right as the map pick goes, the server also gets chosen.
Smoke out.
The opposite favor.
Smoke out.
It's as balanced as possible, and here comes YouTube right for Faultless's head. Shuts him down. Trying to look for another way. I mean, mid has not been used much, I must say. Like, I haven't seen many moves towards mid. Usually you see those entries right in the first 5 to 10 seconds. Players decide to get a good hold of over that area with a sniper or anything like that. Once anyone on the other side decides to peek out just a second late, it's over. It's done and over. Holy, not sure if anyone's towards Breach long, and seems to just stick to his position for now. Although we do see Fallen Knight taking His steps on Slash right towards the can area, the boiler room. And he might actually pop towards Holy in just a second right there. Goodbye, Holy. Now, seems like Ecstasy down another member. They did manage to take down Thoughtless. Now the last 40 seconds. Absolutely. Got to get another retake. Ecstasy has been quite clean with these bomb plants so far. They might not be able to hold it out much longer after that. My line. Oh my god, my line. Only a Stizex. Quick work, quick headshots right through the wall like it's nothing. And my line just grabs them. And just like that, Absolute returns to the B bomb site. Fallen Knight. Hoping to get something out of this. It seems like the end here. As my line, right with that double. Entire retake attempt from Absolute and brings the score back to a 4 versus 4. Beautiful performance there from my line towards short. Let's watch that again. Right with his scar, he finds the first one. One gets the first, and right after that, flicks through the wall and takes down Stizex. Very clean performance from my line. Straight over to the 9th round. Gotta find another way. Seems like they're not moving towards AA. Are they moving towards AA side? For a second there, I thought they might go towards short and do a whole like 180 towards the B-bomb sub. It looks like just another classic A push. Ecstasy not trying to overcomplicate things, and Absolute having a lot of trouble with the retake only. Waiting for a Myline move, but it looks like it's not gonna happen again. Faultless does get the double there. Myline and YouTube both get shut down, and this should be Absolute in their favor. Ottawa gets the double on Stizex and only. That's a dangerous one, but they're entering with a good amount of utility. Now Ottawa remains completely blinded. Faultless with another double. Oh my god, Faultless. Completely out of ammo on that M4 of his. And shuts down most of the members there on Ecstasy side. We've got to see what exactly happened there. Fallen Line still all the way on top with 10 frags. My line trying to get the same score, but not the same assists. Seems like Absolute is not finished yet, as Ecstasy is trying to retain their dominance on their own server, but not their own map. This time Faultless is going to have to try and hold a different position. Holy throwing in a flashbang, walking and running. I might even say, not even add. All the way back, and Faultless finds the first, drops in the smoke, finds the second, but YouTube stronger. Takes him down to 14 of members there from Ecstasy. Very heavy push. Flashbang comes in, Fallen. They're both holding it the same angle together. With Mosia does get another shot towards Holy's head. And replenishing the smoke, but isn't going to be enough. At 4 versus 2, YouTube finds one. Fallen Knight goes down. Stylers, a lot of pressure, a little bit too much as the incendiary falls down on the ground. Burns them as they walk over it. YouTube not going to live long enough to see them win or win at all. Mosia finds the final one. Stylers gets shut down, and you can see the defuse happening quite fast. And just like that, Absolutely finds themselves another victory. Holy running all the way back.
Smoke out.
And a huge flick here from Faultless towards Ottawa. But it was not enough to get the entire team down, and that's where Absolute came in as a team, and they took their victory against Ecstasy. Now the score is starting to extend itself by 2 rounds.
Smoke out.
To the 11th round.
Grenade out.
Smoke's coming down, and we do see quite a bit of utility towards the A-bomb side. Stizex, not the greatest position if they were to throw a double nade. Now my line completely blinded, does not know Stizex is there, but he still gets taken down. What am I checking here? Holy. Takes down Stizex. A very interesting course of events there, but Absolute seems to not have the upper hand. Faultless with the Eurasia now. Not really sure this is the greatest position to hold with that Eurasia. Time's running out, and Ecstasy seems to have the winning position as this incendiary falls down. Another smoke to clear off that area. Now actually getting burned. My line comes down, but no more double kill this time. Ottawa comes in for Donley. but Musya remains alive. YouTube comes in with a refrag on that, and Holy. They're trying to aim for Faultless, and Faultless is down. And off goes the sniper. Six to 5. Just barely one round ahead. One more round to go on this first half. Very interesting course of events. And just like that, Donley comes in with another takedown there. Stylers finds himself in quite the awkward spot. Another flashbang comes in, and it looks like they're trying to hold off the A bomb site from quite a distance there. Absolute taking a lot of map control against Ecstasy. My line behind, Faultless does not seem to recognize this. And Ecstasy full control over the B bomb site as Absolute has to go for a rotation. Right back, Holy, right from above. Does not seem to notice much on the top of mid, but a lot of members of Absolute are walking from below. Donley giving away his position, not the greatest. And my line just trying to extend more time and waste more time. A Follow Knight, not in the greatest spot there. Stizzix tries to come up for him, but my line comes in and gets the final takedown. Donley moves right through. Oh, that is not going to happen. Holy finds him instead. A 6 to 6. And what a way to end that first half right there. Keeping things nice and strong. Absolute seemed to have taken the lead there for a second, but look at that. Right back to switching sides on the breach side this time. And my line ahead. The MVP of this entire match. 14 frags, 7 deaths, and 1 assist. Follow Knight overtaken. Faultless 2. Now goes the pistol round. This time, Ecstasy on the collision side. As the bomb has been planted, you've got to go for that retake. Not the same we've been used to for the past 12 rounds. The scenario comes down. Ottawa goes for a few shots, but Stizzix finds more, and Follow Knight finds more as well with a double kill. And Holy Stylers goes in for the more, but does get taken down there. YouTube finds him. But is it really going to be enough? Absolute still retains their ground. The bomb is ready to explode and ready to ignite. And there's not much that they can do here. Musya finds YouTube, shuts him down. And just like that, Absolute take that first victory on the side. Follow Knight with the 1 and the 2. Double headshot. But YouTube was able to shut him down at last. Still very solid there from Follow Knight. Couple of shots there with the HK. Seem to do much more. Coming in, Faultless gets taken down quite early. Ecstasy is trying to get some pressure from the sides. Follow Knight does get the refrag, but so far not too bad for an eco round coming in from Ecstasy. And Musya finding Ottawa. Right back to a 3 versus 4 as Absolute not seem to give away any weapons. Follow Knight finding my line from behind. Not giving Ecstasy a single chance. Holy not holding the worst position, but time's running out, and that bomb's gonna explode at some point. Now Stylers might try to lure in Stylers. They're trying to go for the kill, and oh, what is happening right there? Stizzix, oh, that knife kill right there on Stylers. Holy was supposed to come back from that, but Follow Knight shut him down right before he could do anything in return. And just like that, 15 frags, Follow Knight coming on top, retaking the lead. It's just a constant fight between Ecstasy and Absolute at this point.
Grenade out. Flashbang
Don't seem to be able to do much.
Smoke grenade out.
Another flashbang and a smoke comes down. This goes in for big. Stylers not in the greatest position. Holding Ottawa coming for more and get the triple just like that. Absolute completely obliterated. What a wasteful B
Throwing
push.
frag!
3 players all get taken down by Holy Musha. Well, I'm not sure how he's going to recover from this. For his team, does not take down Holy. Here comes the 4th frag as well to top things off. Absolutely ridiculous. Holy. What was that? They move forward and they do not check up on Holy there. First the first one, the second one, the third. And as if the third wasn't enough, gets the 4th on B long as well. Absolutely ridiculous. And a flashbang to go on top of that. Returning to his spot. Holy. Right back to the HK. Absolute.
Tossing smoke.
Absolutes. They've dropped down the bomb. They're just looking for that first entry. This is where we see things slow down just a little bit. Holy and Stizzix both getting shots, but it seems like Holy's going to be the last one to... Not going to be the last one to laugh. Gets taken down with a refrag. As Faultless gets taken down too. An Absolute. Looking for that entry towards the B bomb site. Stylus holding this out nicely from this angle, but the flash comes in. He has to back off. Nothing seems to have jumped down as well. No audio cues. Nothing. Musya had the upper hand there on Ottawa, but did not finish him off, and Donley finds him instead. Now YouTube holding down this angle from the Tons. Myline finding Stizzix on the other side, and Absolute taking quite their sweet time before they actually get towards a bomb site. And it seems like they've got to decide for the B site. Oh, and would you look at that? Myline knows exactly what's going on here. Time is not on their winning end, but Fallen Knight seems to still manage to get the takedown. 15 seconds. An Absolute have an opportunity to plant that bomb. Stylus gets close, tries to cancel it. Fallen Knight finds the first one, and Donley comes right to back things off. And it seems like YouTube is not going to be having any teammates remaining. Quick shutdown from Donley, and good recovery from Absolute. Myline getting taken down there was not the most ideal circumstance to be in. Right as that smoke went down, the chance of winning went down with it.
Throwing frag!
And look at that, a quote-unquote A push. A little bit of utility to fake things out. And right as they enter the bomb site, Fallen Knight gets taken down. Musya finding YouTube. Myline comes in for another Faultless. Does not seem to stand for too long. A lot is going to be thrown this direction. Stylus gets the first one there. Stizzix gets taken down. Stylus, right as that goes down, gets the refrag on top of him. Musya gets a double, but Myline is not going to let that happen again. Definitely not going to let that happen again. And Ecstasy barely make it through. There's Myline, remains alive for the final blow. Stylus, look at that. Great position, great hold, but Musya gets the wall back right as he was trying to finish shutting him down.
Tossing a smoke grenade out.
Taking those steps towards the A-bomb site. Faultless. First one. And Stylus comes in for more, but gets refragged with a revolver. What am I seeing here? Fallen Knight and Musya with revolver. A little bit of pistols here and there. Seems like Absolute is on their edge with the economy, or at least they might be saving up for some more just in case. That could also be the possibility, but it looks like Ecstasy is still going to have to give the round regardless. And YouTube goes for the save of the M4, 800 bucks. Fallen Knight and Donley, even with that move, making sure they get this victory out of the way. And they might have to be careful here. YouTube is holding quite an angle. Hope they're not going to be too greedy. And And just like that, 2 rounds ahead, Absolute. Trying to close things out. And for another push, they may go. Absolute 2 rounds ahead. Ecstasy, they've won before, but it seems like there's a bit more trouble on raid and a bit more trouble even when they're on their own servers. And a flashbang to make things even worse. Incendiary down. Stylers gets found. Stizix finds him instead. And MyLine tries to make things a little bit harder for Donley, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Faultless comes in to take down YouTube as well. 2 versus 3 as Absolute loses another member of MyLine. Does not want to get taken down. Back to a 2 versus 2. The bomb is down. The A site looks so beautiful. But is it beautiful enough to be a bomb plant? Faultless tries to make the miracle happen. Holy. And right from the side, making quite a bit of noise, I must say. MyLine also not on the greatest amount of HP as Holy gets shut down, but MyLine gets one. But the second one does not. And Faultless gets the takedown there on MyLine. Going 20 on 20. MyLine really trying to make this happen for Ecstasy. You can see a noticeable difference, especially here on this map against Absolute, also known or previously known as Rain.
Tossing flash. Tossing incendiary.
And here comes the utility from Ecstasy's side. Is it going to be enough to push back? Absolute. Faultless shuts down YouTube early on. Not the greatest start for YouTube there, but Ecstasy has something to work with as Holy finds.
Bomb has been planted.
One pick on the side, and the bomb is being planted. MyLine. Mine's Donley there too. The smoke remains with its position. Ooh, and there comes Holy. Fallen that gets shut down as well. Stizix.
The bomb has been planted on B.
Stylers, but Ottawa does not seem to like that much. And just like that, Ecstasy do, in fact, get the retake. Beautiful play there at the very end.
Bomb has been
Faultless and Donley did get taken down. It seems to be a lot easier. MyLine retaining his life this time. Making quite a noticeable difference on his position. But Holy and Ottawa also coming in clutch there. 9-11. An Absolute. They seem to be pretty close to winning this one out on 13 rounds. But is Ecstasy going to let them have that? Couple of shots there. Stylers has to move back. Fallen Knight wanted to go for the final push, but doesn't seem to get much. Again, that midsection. Not something we see pushed too often. Or haven't seen at all. Donley goes for the headshot towards YouTube, and he actually lands it. Nice little takedown, but Ottawa's had enough. Finds one, and Faultless is down right back to the graveyard.
Fire in the hole.
You see Mosia going for the push. Ottawa finds a second. And he does not seem to be finished any time now. Stizix notices Fallen Knight as his member, and they're both walking around mid to maintain their control over the area. But Stylers is peek. He's going to go for a little bit of a peek. Gets the first headshot. Knows exactly where Fallen Knight is. Goes for the second. And Stylers, oh my. Absolute right back to the drawing board as Ecstasy finds another round to shove it down their throat. And now Donley all alone with the bomb. I'm not sure what that move towards mid has even
Bomb has been planted.
been the reason to do that. Now Donley, I'm not sure about this clutch, man. This is not looking too hot. You can already hear the audio coming in from heaven. He is pretty bad in his position. Tries to get one, just get a second. Now that's not too bad. It's running out of ammo though. And they're not pushing him. They're not pushing him. What's going on? Donley remains alive. Oh my god, Donley.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Now the previous round there. Ottawa finding
Tossing
faultless.
incendiary.
White whack with a flash and retains the spot. That was really, really solid. Another takedown and Stylers. Look at that. Double on mid. Ridiculous performance coming in from Ecstasy. Dendonly tried to take the win. He really did try to take the win. Just double kills all around the board. But not enough to make a dent in Ecstasy, and they still remain in the game. A little bit of a technical pause. And it does indeed explain itself, but I really hope you guys already know what that means. An Absolute seems to be taking this pause for a second. They are so close to winning. They need to put their emotions aside, and they need to focus on the game. 2 more rounds is all they need. And Ecstasy's not going to give it to them. And that easy. It ain't going to be that easy. They know it. Time's running. And return to the match. So close at this point. Fallen Knight, MyLine, both trying to push it out for either side.
Fire in the hole. Incendiary out. Smoke grenade out.
Make the move here on Belong, but it seems like Fallen Knight is trying to hide himself away from the situation. Not too much in favor of what's going on. Smokes remaining up. Fallen Knight right above there on Heaven. An Absolute. Taking their sweet, sweet time. Figuring out what they want to do next. They've had quite the strategic pause. They want to play it slow. Do not give too much information towards Ecstasy, they said. And now they're doing exactly that. As the flashback drops, it does change. Look how Ecstasy's quickly moving towards that flash and trying to understand why it was there. But look at that. Very silent as he jumped down. Fallen Knight. Oh, look how deep Fallen Knight is going. Very close, and he's already taking shots. Goes for more, but oh, that's a mistake. Should not have taken the risk there. Fallen Knight should not have taken the risk, but he does get another frag there on MyLine. Faultless.
Toss it frag.
Beautifully played there. Faultless. Solid recovery. And here comes Stizex to end another live. Ottawa finds himself in the graveyard. 2 holy 2, and look at that Ecstasy. What a strategic way to enter the B site. Playing it so slow there. An Absolute. That was a brilliant move. Ecstasy completely shocked by what happened there with the flashbang. They were not sure why it was there. You can see how they were dazed on the map, and this caused a bit of a distraction, and that distraction gave Absolute free room to move. Now Ottawa drops in this incendiary. Now he knows it's going to be the A site. Look how heavy this push is. I'm not sure if Absolute wants to fully go for this. Ball does find Styles. They could definitely finish off this final bit. Now you can see the shots coming from Ottawa, and it seems like Ecstasy is in this desperate position now. MyLine knows that this is a very important round. The A push. The almighty fast A push. MyLine, goodbye. Shut down right there in the halls, and as Holy moves forward, also Stizex comes in to take the final shot, and just like that, YouTube goes down. And they absolutely take that victory as they should, just like that. Congratulations to Absolute for winning there. And Ecstasy, nice try at the very end there, but right as that tactical timeout came in, and they were dazed by their position, they gave it off. And Absolute, they just went in for a classic A push and cleaned things off nice and quick, really causing that disorientation and getting the victory at last. Well played there by Absolute. Definitely great performance. I'm not sure what you guys thought, who you thought might win on that first map. Of course, Ecstasy, They are the running favorites with the first victory they had on the finals of the upper brackets. But it seems like on the first map, it is changed in the other direction. And even with these North American servers, of course, Raid was a map pick that was done by Absolute. But Ecstasy definitely had the server advantage. They could have made use of that. But it seems like just being dazed even ever so slightly by the silence that suddenly entered the room, which was not heard throughout the entirety of the map or throughout the game, must I say. Of course, there were some parts that were a little bit more silent, but that was definitely a different level, and that's something we see on like a concurring basis. So I do want to, of course, say congratulations to them for the first map. Of course, we are heading straight into the second round right after the break, so go get yourself some snacks, get yourself some water, stay hydrated, and we would love to see you right after our break ends. So take care and stay tuned.
train. Motherfuckers, I'm coming clean. On your way, got my cat. Nigga be driving on real bad. Searching for another motherfucking weakness. Nigga, so what's your bigger? Fuck that bullshit, cause I'm about to pull a fucking trigger. What you mean? I'm a train. Motherfuckers, I'm coming clean. On your way, got
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after that short break. I hope you guys were able to get yourselves some stuff together. All the teams are actually in the room at this point, so everything's going a little bit faster than we anticipated. And we're heading straight into the second map pick. Of course, it's going to be grounded right back to the other side. Now, we are going to be playing on European servers this time. Last time we played on a North American server, 13-11. Just a quick summary of what happened. We've seen quite the matchup there. My line really trying to hold things together there for Ecstasy. Everyone else also performing admirably well in some rounds, but it seems like Absolute will be taking the first win in the bag. 13-11 after a quick tactical timeout, getting their reassurance back in control and getting those final 2 rounds on the board. So overall, very solid performance there. I do, of course, want to thank them for their great performance, and I hope that we're going to see more of that on the second map and maybe a little bit of a twist at the very end. And anyway, so after that, Absolute, of course, they did pick Rain, and they did go for Grounded, or at least Ecstasy did also go for Grounded. Now, taking a quick look at the bans, Port and Legacy. Those are not going to be played at all. And it's quite interesting that Ecstasy banned Legacy. Now, of course, again, Rain it is a while ago. I know, I understand. But I did see them perform pretty well on that map, and considering my line's influence on the team right now, I would expect Legacy to be in here instead of not. But maybe it is also a direct cause that they're not going to take that because the old team that migrated from Rain to Absolute also knows how to play on Legacy very well. So those are 2 conflicting things. For the port ban, I'm not quite sure, but it seems like we're sticking with Grounded for the second map. So ready when the rest are. We're just waiting for a few things to lock in, and then we're gonna get straight into the knife round, I believe. Just restarting a few things. Looks like we were ready to go, and then we're not ready to go. So it's a few things that happened on the side. I do apologize for that on behalf of Polaris, but taking a quick look at what we've seen before, just another few things that I also noticed from that matchup, and I hope you guys noticed as well, is there wasn't much happening on mid. We did see Faultless pulling out the sniper once, but other than that, there wasn't really anything else that happened on that mid area for Raid. So I hope there's going to be more parts of Grounded utilized. Of course, Grounded has more parts that are utilized more often, but it is nice to see a little bit more action around the map. So that would also be something else that is of course nice to have. Aside from that, I hope you guys have already seen the polls, because we did do a poll. We did do a poll for the previous map, and a lot of people actually voted for Absolute to win. So even with that, server difference and Ecstasy's previous victory, they did have the upper hand on paper. Absolute seems to still get most of the votes as well. 72% going for Absolute, and I believe I see here 28% for Ecstasy. So you can also notice that is another thing. We also got another giveaway after the next map, so make sure you guys stay tuned. It will be a surprise. So even I don't know, actually. I'm just reading the word surprise here on the screen, so even I don't know what's going on. But make sure you guys stay tuned. Have your in-game names and whatever not ready, because it might be cases, it might be credits, it might even be money. I mean, actually, I'm not sure if it's money, but we'll see. I'm just about drawing conclusions from thin air here. Do not take that seriously, but have something ready in case we do need to see some of you guys spam some numbers in the chat. So that's going to be after the next map, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys stay focused on it. Just a quick summary as well on what happened on the previous game. I'm getting some information back from, of course, the kills and the deaths and the assists. So we do see my line coming out on top. Final Night did come out on top just slightly more by 4 assists. So it was 21-15-5 for Final Night and 21-15-1 for my line. You can see just 4 assists short on that one. Maybe too many full kills and not entirely able to shut them down. If my line can shut them down, no one else can, it seems. Now, do see some assists for Stylers on the previous map, but it is what it is. Heading straight into Grounded now with the knife round, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're resetting. We're going to be doing another one. You can see the score as well, 13-10. On the top left, so if you want to get some more information at what we're heading, we're on Grounded now. Next up is Canals. So after Canals, there's going to be a giveaway. Oh, that's not loud. Okay. Not sure what Absolute is doing here. That is not a knife round. Okay. Oh.
Coalition wins.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what Absolute is doing here, but it looks like Ecstasy gets to decide. I'm guessing that's what's going on. I don't think they care much, so they just... All right. Whatever works for them. It seems like Absolute will be sticking to their position here on the Breach side, with Ecstasy going for the Coalition side, of course. And now Absolute, they've got to come up with a completely new plan on how to take down Ecstasy once more to bring that best of 5 closer and closer to victory. Ecstasy beat them in a best of 3, but can they also do it in a best of 5? More maps, more chances, more trial and error. And it looks like MyLine already spots Faultless first, and MyLine gets the tap on Faultless while Donley comes in to try and mitigate some of the damage being done here, but no, it doesn't seem to be enough. Ottawa finds Mozia, and Donley comes in straight for MyLine. Fall Knight goes for another one towards Ottawa, and the bomb has been planted. Few shots there. Holy goes for the takedown on Fallen Knight, and the headshots in. Now Stizex does come in for a return play. Holy does get shut down, and it's back to a 1 versus 1. Quite a tense lineup. Stizex just gotta wait it out here against Stylers. But he's going for the defuse. He's waiting. Oh, he's not. Oh, and he is taking him down right back to the defuse. And this time, for real, Stizex did not know what was going on there, but Ecstasy knew, and Stylers was the one to get the final takedown. And Ecstasy. See Stylers getting the double early on. An Absolute. They're going to have to do something on this eco. I mean, I would say eco round, but look at that heavy buy right after. The bomb plant must have been enough to buy AK-47s and even some armor here and there. Faultless has like no money, Mosia as well, so Absolute is kind of in the urge to win this round. They kind of have to. Like, they really, really need to win this round. They see him moving out. Absolute. Stylers taking down Fallen Knight. Ottawa takes 2 shots. Faultless moves back. A flashbang comes in, and Faultless returns to his position after being flashed. And Donley coming in to support. Gets 1 pick on the side, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Faultless does get taken down, but Donley comes in to return to favor with the headshot towards Stylers. Look at those shots towards the truck. MyLine does not seem to know where to put his aggression into. A little bit of pre-fire. A possible wallbang right afterwards. Is it really that possible? And now MyLine all alone has to kind of guess where to position himself. And Donley barely alive. Does have to bomb. Waits for Mosia to come. 14 seconds. And right as that, move over to plant the bomb right behind the plane. And MyLine has to make the rotation. Runs right towards the tower with the M4 as time starts to tick. MyLine picks up right back to the Scar, makes a ton of noise. That is interesting. He did not check the sides on the tower. Donley shuts down MyLine right afterwards, and a quick win there from Absolute. Now Absolute making things even. And Ecstasy, not in the greatest spot if I were them. Right back to revolvers and pistols. Looks like the Deagle did get nerfed quite more. Like I knew they nerfed it a bit, but wow. To go back to revolvers, I mean, maybe I'm not mad at all. I do still like the MR96. Now Faultless remains within his position. Bit of a peek there from Fallen Knight. Quickly rotating over. Faultless moves in, and YouTube, no chance, no shot. My line, no shot, no chance. Absolute 55 seconds. They've taken a sweet time, and there's plenty of time still on the board to take the sweet time out of, but Absolute is not here to play games with Ecstasy, and they're going to move straight towards the A site. Take down my line, and YouTube Styler's barely alive. And off he goes, gets taken down. As Holy and Ottawa remain alive for Ecstasy. Any damage that they could still do? Anything at all? And no Ottawa now seems to get much done here, and Fallen Knight finds the final. Holy gets smoked on the final end of this. It's kind of seemed like third eco round, like the third eco round, the third round of eco. Absolute went quite heavy with their spendings, and it really really bet on winning the second one. Couple of shots there through the smoke, and Holy seems to get slightly hit. Remains behind the seats. Does not want to stay there for too long, and finds one frag. Think he get a little cheeky there. Remains within his position. Another flashbang comes in. Stizex, quick shot towards the seats. An Absolute, they do find the refractor. Holy does get taken down, but Stylers is able to compensate for that. An Absolute, a little bit of a interesting performance there. Myline even gets away with a takedown with a revolver on Donley. Fallen Knight also shut down. And even with the poor position that Ecstasy was in, Absolute seems to have somehow thrown it into the opposite direction, and Faultless gets taken down too. For some reason, Myline, it just looked a little too easy there on A-mid. And Absolute did not want to push in any direction. Looked kind of weird. They did not have a plan, it seemed. Like a target, like a bomb site to go towards, like anything to position themselves into. They kind of just went A-mid and kind of got taken down. Bit odd. You know, Holy using one of the tricks in his massive book that he has with him all day. But he did not land the kill. My line quickly flicks towards that direction, but does not seem to land a shot. Flash comes in. His crosshair was right, but there were no members to take down, and Masya comes in to return the favor for my line shooting recklessly. And now the shots have been fired from a mid, and Holy is not going to be able to find much remaining. And Ottawa, slightly flashed, but not enough to push him in another direction. Absolute does have the opportunity to go for the push. Now we can see a very interesting flash, but no one is checking for Ottawa. We do finally get the shot down there. Faultless able to support that on Ottawa.
Bomb has been planted.
And a bomb is planted. YouTube popping above the smoke, incendiary on top of the actual truck, and Donley finds YouTube, and off they go, 2-3. A quick takedown from Absolute, taking the lead again. Taking a look at the scoreboard, there's 6 frags on the right side. They're absolute. Not doing too bad.
Fire in the hole!
Wildline needs to recover a bit more. Styler's down to the revolver. Oh, that's not great. That is definitely not the most ideal position to be in. Remaining behind the glass, Holy. A little peek, and he is already back, returning to his original position. Shotgun from Fallen Knight does get the takedown. Ottawa comes in with the headshot and absolute. They're looking for another B push. Yet again, it seems to have worked before, and now it is working again. Donley on the top of the truck and takes down Ottawa right towards the other side of the tower, and the second truck that is located there. Bomb plant from Statistics. Oh, did get phased there from the takedown of Bottlers, but Donley's able to recover some of that phasing. And now Ecstasy remains with only YouTube on their side. Now we can see through the smoke. The smokes disappear too. And now Donley can see the same. YouTube remaining as the last member. And getting taken down. Donley back to 9 frags now. Look at that. It seems like Fallen Knight, Faultless, and my line on this matchup are falling down a little bit lower early on. They're making the move towards A mid quick again, and this time absolutely not waiting too long or taking too much time. Fallen Knight gets 2 as well. Holy Stylers both get shut down. Quick peek there from my line. Does take down Faultless. Goes for the second peek. Moves away. Jumping up and down. And Ottawa finds Fallen Knight. The bomb is down on the floor. And Ecstasy. Not the same performance they were showing before. Ottawa trying to compensate for the damage done early on this round. And it is being done. This 7th round is not looking too bad for Ecstasy, but they're down 2 rounds. They've got to get this comeback now. Donley shuts down Ottawa, the one that got 2 frags, and my line with this 1 frag in his bag. Not sure. That bomb is already picked up, and it's looking pretty obvious that the B bomb site is their target. Now my line has to intervene somehow and cause a little bit of fluctuation. They find him, take the shots, but Donley is faster with the Scar. Gets the scope in or not. Does land the headshot. That's all that matters, and my line gets taken down. 3 rounds ahead now. That difference is starting to look a little bit bigger than normal.
Smoke out.
Looking pretty bad now for Ecstasy. They've got to get this round on the board or they're down 4, which is not something you want to have on that first map early on. Ottawa has the chance to do it. And he does. Lands all 3 down, and Faultless comes right afterwards. Tries to clear up some of the damage that Ottawa did, but Ottawa, these past 2 rounds, really is trying his best. Getting a double kill in the previous round, and now getting a triple, just increasing the number on every single round. Mostly on Faultless remain. My line on the other side is not going to have it, though. That flashbang. Faultless comes in, shuts down YouTube, but my line remains alive. Now Musya has to go for the takedown, but Holy's faster. And now Faultless. My line, he does, but oh, wow. My line moves right back into his radar. A very clean kill there by Faultless. We can see the massive rotation from Holy from behind, from the other side. Goes in for the bomb plants. You know, he's going to expect Holy to move from oil, but that is not the case. He's making a very quick rotation. He's now entering storage. If you were Faultless, you would not want to be in this position. Holy is definitely... Oh, wait. Oh, no. This would have been amazing if he... Oh, not checking. Faultless is not checking, and Holy shuts him down. Oh, that is awful. That is awful. That is not great. And Faultless
Bomb has been defused.
Had the opportunity, but looks like Holy will be clutching it out. Quickly get the replay there on Ottawa. That was absolutely intense. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3. And tried to go for the 4th, but it seems like he ran out of ammo or something. But the shots were not firing, or at least continuing to fire.
Tossing flash.
The glow pulse peek there from Holy. Stizzix comes in with the sniper, and this is where we see the Eurasia showing his inner light again. And My Line does get a pick on the side, but Fallen Knight comes in with a double. And Ecstasy rubbed right back into their position. Stizzix does get shut down there. My Line also showing his side, and the sniper is down. Looks like it didn't last too long. Really is a shame. Snipers are not as popular as they used to be. At least not even on grounded, not. Are people just too afraid to play them? I'm not sure. Fallen Knight is holding down his position. Nate comes in, and My Line. Another incendiary out.
Bomb has been planted.
The bomb has been
planted on B.
YouTube remaining behind the smoke, faultless. Goes for the shots, but here's My Line. Shuts down Faultless. While that incendiary is on My Line.
Tossing a
Tries
smoke
to come up with a
grenade.
different solution. Drops into smoke. Tries to cover up for B-mid. Fallen Knight jumping up and down. Barely alive. And he's kind of YOLOing it there. Only also in the same corner. Barely alive, but My Line finishes him off too. And just like that, gets the defused. Ecstasy.
Bomb has been
So
defused.
close to losing these past 2 rounds, but they both were won by them. And on the board, it looks the same. 4 against 5. Absolute. What a beautiful run they had until they didn't. Off to the 10th round we go. Let's see if Ecstasy can even the scoreboard for the
Incendiary
second
out.
map. Another incendiary towards the square. Faultless not liking that. Responds with the last bit of fire towards Styler. He is down too.
Incendiary out.
Making it pretty hard to get out of Belong. That is the only thing that Ecstasy's trying to focus on. Another nade. And you can see Absolute's HP bars are draining as they remain in that position. My Line finishing off Faultless. And look at that. They're all stacked in this area. This is not ideal. They start off so strong, and then they all just stack towards Belong. What the plan... Not sure what the plan was, but My Line is finishing them up like flies at this point. Coming in very heavy. Fallen Knight gets the tap towards Ottawa and then backs off too. And both know exactly where the other two are. And even with that information, they remain within the same spot. Now, Ecstasy, they could go for a very fast rotation if they wanted to. Serious second guessing here. My Line second guessing. This is exactly what Absolute wants to achieve. YouTube very confused. Again, time, patience. That is exactly what Absolute is doing here. Causing confusion. Maybe My Line knows. He's jumping, and there we go. The information has been given, so... A flashbang and a little bit of distraction, and just like that, Fallen Knight gets a better position. Now My Line comes in and peeks from the right side. This is an interesting spot to be in. Could get pre-fired through the smoke. Fallen Knight has to be careful. And Ethan does find him, tries to get the ball bang through the side of the stairs, but here comes Dolly. Covers for him, shuts him down, and My Line has to get the clutch. Does not know where Fallen Knight is. Moves all the way around. Is already holding him down sharp, and he's going to take him down from the side, it seems. And there he goes. Wallbang through the glass. My Line completely surprised by the move. And Absolute remains with their position. Only up on 13 frags. My Line retrieving his position. Ottawa coming in second. A very big shift in momentum for Absolute yet again.
Tossing frag. Flashbang out.
Flash comes in to cover it up. Absolute. Making the move, and YouTube barely alive. Sizix gets the wall bang and takedown on YouTube. Now MyLine tries to hold its ground with the Scar. And Nade comes in from behind. They really need to shut down MyLine, and Fallen Light makes the task on that. And he finishes the task, shutting him down. Holy from the other side. Donley finds him. Moshe barely alive. They do get the bomb planted. Believe? No, they don't. Donley gets shut down with the revolver. Moshe comes in, tries to get the refract towards Stylers. And now Ottawa remains all alone. Although Moshe barely alive. Ottawa comes in from behind, gets the takedown on Fallen Knight. This is bad. He's barely alive. He does not get the final shot, though. And Masya gets the headshot on Ottawa. 4-7, an absolute. Ahead by 3 rounds yet again. (13-10), and now it's 7-4. Both have a 3-round gap, and now Absolute has already done the 3-round gap before Ecstasy came even close enough. And holy Ottawa Stylers, all 3 of them getting taken down this early. Absolute making it pretty clear who's the better team here. It seems out of nowhere Ecstasy is not showing any type of resistance as they move very quickly towards that area. MyLine gets a small little frag here, but Fallen Knight shows him who's boss. 4-round difference, ladies and gentlemen. 4-round difference. Look at that. Locking down to that position. Moshe gets a double, and then Donley comes in for the 3rd. And now switching sides. Absolute going in towards the Coalition side with Ecstasy towards the Breach side. An absolutely terrible position to be in. But there's not much that Ecstasy can do about this other than try their best on this second half of this second map. But oh, here he comes, Donley, with the tap on MyLine, completely alone. No map control towards that A-bomb site, and he got what he wanted. Or at least what he didn't want it to happen, but he kind of deserved it there. Donley shows him no remorse.
Incendiary out.
Bomb has been
Drew
planted.
see an incendiary in the corner there. Ottawa
Bomb
is
has
in
been
a
planted
very
on B.
stuck position. Faultless. Maybe would have been nice if he threw it a little bit more around the corner, but it's a hard one. Ottawa all the way in the corner, slightly hit, and Stylers does find him there, and Donley comes in for the shutdown in Ottawa, bringing it back to a 2 versus 2, and oh, nice tap there from Stylers. Tries to go for the second one, misses the shots there. YouTube already gives away his position. Tries to go for the tap, and we can see an attempt on the defuse, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not. And YouTube clutches it out for Ecstasy. They needed this so much. If this turned into a 9-5, might as well been the end, or at least close to the end. Very difficult position to be in. And now Ecstasy, they got to recover from this. Absolute is going for the full save and a very heavy push towards the restaurant bar area. Not sure how long they're going to survive that, but the cafeteria seems to be closed for now. And Ecstasy is not happy that Absolute invited themselves. And we do see 2 takedowns towards Ecstasy, but no weapon to be saved here by Masya. He actually bought the Deagle as well. Very interesting choice. And a bomb is going to be planted towards the A-bomb site. Now Masya, just a couple seconds, and Ottawa is going to tap him down.
Breach wins.
And there we go. Quick headshot there from Ottawa right behind the airplane. Nothing Masya could have done there. Kind of just had to YOLO it, is what they say.
Popping smoke.
Now the smoke to cover up the area. MyLine holds down his ground. Does not seem to move any further. Kind of just waiting this one out. Suddenly realizing there's a possibility of Masya. Ooh, a little bit greedy there. A little bit on the greedy side. It seems like he doesn't care that much. Gets the second, gets the third. Oh my God, absolute.
Coalition wins.
What a player you have right here. Musha gets the third one. Stylers gets shut down. Donley comes in to close on the last one that was there in between. What a beautiful performance there from Musha. Really retaining his position there on mid. Gets down Holy, gets down YouTube, and right after that took down Stylers as well, I believe. And you can see how happy he is moving around his screen. Very impressive performance.
Grenade out.
Couple of shots there. YouTube finding Fallen Knight. And it looks like Faultless
Smoke grenade
responds towards Stylers.
Tossing
Musha comes
incendiary.
in with a smoke. And you can see he loves holding down his position on the mids. Moves away towards Long, and Faultless gets a double on the other side. Ottawa and YouTube both get shut down. And the lead remains strong. Myline comes in with the revolver, though, and taps away on Musha. A little too greedy, and now he's got an M4. Donley goes for a few shots, and Holy comes in, shuts down Faultless. Donley as well, but Holy finally gets something in return. Now, Myline, that weapon pickup, that little bit of a move there, kind of caused something else to happen. Stizex, did he even keep track of where the bomb was dropped? I'm not sure, but looks like he didn't. It's all going to come down to Myline. He took down Musha after he got a little greedy, a little cheeky. And after getting a little greedy, a little cheeky, he's going to have to move towards B. Not sure if he's going to be able to see him. Oh, he is. Okay, I didn't know that worked.
Tossing flash.
My line right into the corner. Goes for the bomb plant. Stizex
Bomb
can't
has
hear
been
it.
planted.
Tossing incendiary.
He's watched him drop towards that left side and
Bomb has
still
been planted
finds
on
my
B.
line. And just like that, waiting for the incendiary to go out,
Defusing the bomb.
and then moving towards the bomb to
Bomb has
defuse
been
it.
defused.
And just like that, absolute 4 rounds ahead. Can they make it 5? It is looking so destructive. Look at that difference here on the right side. Ecstasy. What a difference in performance. While on absolute side, it seems a lot more like everyone is doing their part. If you compare the average KDRs, Ecstasy seems to be a little bit more diverse. Myline really trying to pull everything together, but he seems to be all alone
Smoke out.
compared to Fallen Knight, Faultless, and Donley.
Tossing incendiary.
Another incendiary to be thrown towards the cafeteria. Omasha comes in, shuts down YouTube, gets the headshot.
Tossing incendiary.
And then a little bit more of that fire. Faultless remains his hold on the ground. YouTube gets taken down. Ecstasy down to 4 members. And Ecstasy, they make their move towards the B bomb site. Fallen Knight leading right as they move, and goes for the first, goes for the second, goes for the third, and Holy, oh my God. It seems like it's still not enough for Holy and Myline. And they even out the score, right back to a 2 versus 2. When right behind the corner, Faultless gets the tap towards Holy. He loves using that HK. And I like the fact that there's a little bit more diversity here, too. Line gets popped from above, finds Faultless. All alone, takes down Myline. And there's the 5-round difference, 11-6, this best of 5. What a chain of events. Right back to EU servers, and you can already see the gap is widening. On NA servers, 13-10, and now on EU. Of course, with their own map pick,
Tossing flash.
things are looking a lot worse.
Frag out.
Then on the nade in the same direction, Masya finding my line. Looking really difficult to recover from. Faultless finds Ottawa, not too bad, not too shabby there from Faultless. Diders comes in with the tap on the head for Faultless. And time is ticking here for Absolute to maintain their hold against Ecstasy. Same applies to Ecstasy. You've got to make sure to get that bomb plant before that time, or at least take down Absolute while Absolute's trying everything
Smoke.
they can to prevent either of that.
Frag out.
And we see a slight move there. Holy, and a nade there. First nade kill, and Follow Knight comes in with a double. Beautiful from Follow Knight. YouTube and Holy both get shut down. Stylers remains all alone. What a destructive force. Absolute. Oh my God. 6 rounds ahead. It seems almost impossible to think about in the grand finals after Ecstasy won against Absolute before, and a 2-1 in the upper bracket finals. Stylers gets taken down right from the side. It's Stizix. Or Stizix moves in from the side. 6 rounds ahead.
Frag out.
This is getting ridiculous here on Grounded. A beautiful nade or a beautiful kill right afterwards. This best of 3 is looking very one-sided so far. That first map, it came out close. A little bit of a tactical timeout, and they got through. But now, Ecstasy, where is the performance? Where's the momentum? Where is the move on the breach side? And finally, they get the first and the second kill. MyLine moves in heavy and is getting tired of what's going on, and he's going all in. Like it's personal out of nowhere. Faultless. Surprised by what's going on. Gets a tap on MyLine, and off goes MyLine. But the flashbangs and the utility is too much. Donley almost burned alive. Faultless. Tries to go for the tap towards Stylix, and nope. Gets tapped himself. Nice attempt though, and Stylix from the side takes down Ottawa. Well, Donley does not seem to have any situational awareness towards the tower. Stylix remains all alone. And has to be careful as Stylers. Top of the truck. Goes for the peak, quickly gets the tap towards Stylers. Does not seem to remain alive for too long. Goes towards the tower, and no one's there, buddy. I'm not sure what you want to ninja here, but no time to get anything done, and Ecstasy runs away, finally putting a round on the board. And oh my God, MyLine. Beautiful double early on, finally getting that head start and creating that momentum for Ecstasy to actually land a round on the board.
Tossing flash.
And now off to the 20th round. Ecstasy. If they really need to use MyLine every single time as their first bet to move forward, this is not how they should be putting it down. Once MyLine gets taken out, that's a problem. There needs to be another influence. There needs to be
Flashbang out. Smoke grenade
a
out.
change in what they need to make that final push happen. And Masya all alone towards the truck. This should be a free double nade. MyLine goes for the heavy hitter and takes that one instead. And Follow Knight pulls out even the sniper rifle and gets the first one wholly out of the way. Moves in for the second, but the incendiary is messing up his position. Faultless, they all rely so much on this position. There comes the nade, and Absolute stacking towards one spot is not going to work every single time, unfortunately. Now, Fallen Knight. That is not something you find acceptable every single day. Fallen Knight. You can hear him push right behind you, but it seems like he's actually going to take the takedown there. YouTube does get taken down. Not too bad there. 2 frags from the sniper, but time is ticking. Stizix is not going to give up. Drops in the incendiary. Gets flashed slightly, but it's not enough. That incendiary is not dropping in the perfect spot. He's not checking the corner. He is not, and Styler shuts him down, but at least he's going to get taken down with the bomb, you would think, right? Yes, he is. Fall Knight remains with the sniper. 12-8. Let's watch that replay again. Fall Knight did get a pretty nice flick there towards Holy. It was not too bad at all. Rewatching that again kind of made me realize how clean that was. That was not bad at all, but not evil. A land around on the board, and Ecstasy is not giving up yet. They're still breathing on this one. 5 rounds in a row is all they need to do to wish themselves another map, or another entire map, may I say so, to be won on their side in this best of 5, which they desperately need. Now, of course, they are at a disadvantage in terms of the server, but they did pick the map. So there should be something that they can apply here. Fallen Knight finds one, slightly hit. And this is where problems start. Holy, there goes the second. Fallen Knight makes quick work of it. Ottawa finds one in the remainder of the time, but here comes YouTube, tries to get the takedown on Fallen Knight. Is in the area in front of him with a nade, and I believe a flashbang as well. He's in a bit of a tough spot now. Has to go for the peek. Finds another headshot. Oh my god! What is going on? And Myline gets the double in return, but that is ridiculous. The fact that he got away with 3 frags, and they're still neck to neck. And they remain in this 2 versus 2 position. Fallen Knight, beautiful triple kill. This piece of metal does not seem to be rusted anytime soon. Fallen Knight. A lot of noise there by Faultless. Shooting to clear there. My line. Looks for the knife. Oh my god, Faultless. What?
Flashbang out.
What was the reason for that? Now my line goes for the bomb plant. Does not seem to know Faultless's whereabouts, but Donley comes in and shuts him down. And just like that, Ecstasy, it is done and over.
Bomb has been defused.
With the knife kill at the end there, Fallen Knight. Let's quickly look at that replay. Gets 1 and gets 2 and gets 3. That was incredible. Right back with a quick little sneaky little jump. And he got the final one towards the truck. Incredible performance by Absolute. And that is insane there from Absolute. Great performance. I believe this was like a 5-round difference at the end as well. 13-8. That is 5, I believe, right? I'm not sick in the head, right? That was 3-5 now in terms of a round difference. Of course, it even turned into 12-6, but then Ecstasy kind of bounced back. They got 2 more rounds, turned into a 12-8. But man, that triple from Faultless and from Fallen Knight. But still, my line, I mean, not bad. Got to give it to him as well. Got the double right after that. Tried to recover, but oh man, I mean, they had to do it with the knife as well. Not great on the my line. Tried to at least get the bomb plant. Knew he was behind him. Tried to also make sure that he knew where the second one was. It was way too much for my line to handle, and unfortunately, that is where it ends. If it's too much for my line to handle, and the rest of Ecstasy cannot do the same or replace that, it's going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that second map, and I'm not sure there was no poll for the second map. Just a quick reminder, of course, there will be a giveaway on the third. Are we doing the giveaway now? After this game, okay. I guess we're speeding things up because apparently we don't know if there's going to be much after the third map. That is a bit scary to say. I don't know if there's a little bit of bias going on over here. I'm not calling any names, but all right. So we do have a giveaway going on right now. So drop your IGNs, your IDs in the chat. There's going to be 3 event cases, 3 winners. Every person in every individual in this case will be getting an event case, or is it going to be 3 event cases for every individual? I'm just going to ask this real quick. In the meantime, you guys can drop your IGNs and your IDs, please. So IGN and IDs, so in-game name and identification. I know this sounds very formal, but just making sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's going to be 1 event case per individual with 3 winners. So you can win an event case. Hope you guys are ready to win that event case. Drop it in the chat real quick. And I'm not sure if we're going to start with the break, or I'm not getting clear instructions. Are we going to start with the break? And while the break is going on, I'm guessing that's what's going on. While the break is going on, you guys can keep spamming it, and we'll pick a few right after. Am I saying that good? There we go. I'm saying it good. All right. You guys keep spamming it. And while you're spamming it, stay hydrated. Go get yourselves, go to the toilet if you may. I'm not sure. Maybe you're watching this on the toilet. Maybe you don't care. But go take care of yourself. And we will see you guys between 10 to 15 minutes on average. Or maybe sooner. I'm not sure. But take care and see you guys on the third map. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after the break. I hope you guys had a solid break. We just did the giveaway, and congratulations to the winners, Willie, Sunvi, and Joyo. Also dropping their in-game name and, of course, their ID. So thank you all for participating in that. I hope that you guys, are gonna like your cases. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take before you receive them. It might take a couple days, might take a couple hours, but they'll be sent to the devs, and they'll send the cases as soon as possible, of course. But in the meantime, I hope you guys had a pretty solid break. We're just going over a few more bits of information while we are waiting for the last few members to hop in. We're just waiting for one more, I believe. That's the current status, if you are curious. But we're going to check out the actual format again. I hope you guys are familiar with the format. We're at the best of 5, of course, but we had a whole session on the Eurasia side and the Americas. Best of 1s, quick single elimination brackets. And of course, quarterfinalists qualify for the next stage. So the top 8 teams will be able to go to the second stage, and that's when they will be going into the 16-team double elimination bracket. Which now we are at the best of 5, and this one, of course, it says matches, but we're talking about the grand finals here for the best of 5. We have seen best of 3s, loads of them, but now, of course, at the best of 5, we are going to see even more than what we've seen before. And you can see how many teams have participated in the past. Some pretty rough ones, even some stronger ones. You can see 12 to 13 there between Outlaws and Fearless, for example, and then Outlaws still beat by 2-0, and then had to take it taken out by No Mercy there. So you can see some best of 1s, and then out of those best of 1s, they go down to those best of 3s, and those best of 3s will push them into actually taking on a best of 5. So that's kind of how it's structured. It's not constantly best of 3s. You do want to, just for sake of time management, if they were to all be best of 3s, we would be in this for forever, of course. So that would also not be, let's just say, too nice to have. But that's why it's set up this way. In Ecstasy, right now, 0-2 behind against Absolute. They won before 2-1. And now things have changed quite a bit more than we anticipated. This is the map pool, of course, the maps that are available throughout the entirety of the tournament to pick from. And out of these maps, we've only seen Raid and Grounded. They just happen to be on the left side as well. But we're going over to Canals now. Canals. This is a very interesting one. It's a map picked by Absolute as well. They really like Canals. They liked Raid more than Canals, but they picked Canals too right after Grounded. So we're gonna see them perform on. We're gonna see how they perform on that map. One thing to know as well: the prize pool. Just to quickly remind you guys that on the prize pool we've got quite a bit of money waiting for the champions. Double the amount for the runners-up, of course. Both will get prize money that, or at least a prize in terms of actual currency, real world currency, and in this case, the champions will get double of that. So the third place has already been offered. I believe this was for No Mercy. No Mercy was the third place. I might be saying this wrong, but when we saw the playoff brackets, No Mercy was at the bottom. They lost against Absolute, and Absolute's going against Ecstasy now, so that would make it the third place for No Mercy, as they were able to hold it together throughout the entirety of the lower brackets, which is kind of interesting. And I believe they played against Blizzard Legion. They lost against them 13-11, and then they went all the way down. So they got the third place reward. Now we're just waiting for the runners-up and champion spots to be delivered. So yeah, that's kind of a quick rundown. I hope you guys like this quick rundown. We've done it before as well on the beginning of the stream, but we just got some information. We are ready to go towards the knife. So we're going to see how that will go. Absolute and Ecstasy both are ready on the map. And they're going straight for the knife. I hope it's going to be a bit more of a knife round rather than just pistols shooting by, like we've seen on Grounded. Bit of an interesting attempt from Absolute to I don't know why, but looks like they're going in with the knife round. And oh, look at that. Absolute barely comes out in clutch with a Faultless shutting down Stylers. An Absolute moving to the Coalition side, and then Ecstasy to the Breach side. Just a quick summary of the maps. Of course, Raid and Grounded both have been played 13-10, 13-8. Absolute and a 2-0 against Ecstasy. Ecstasy, they got to win every single map from now on. Not a single shot they can lose, not a single shot at all in terms of maps. Now, in terms of rounds, they can still freely move around. They can lose 12 in a row and then win 13 in a row. They have that freedom, but I'm not sure if I would test my luck on that. Because at that point, all it takes is one mistake. Quickly going for the bomb plant. Ecstasy does not seem to fear time. So does Absolute. Want to make the move. My line comes in with the takedown there towards Stizix, and don't leave all this minute. Also gets shut down. Mosia tries to move up, but Holy comes in, shuts him down, and Ecstasy probably needs to take down his Fallen Knight. He makes the move, and he quickly gets taken down. My line comes in with another takedown. Fallen Knight out of the board. And this is, I believe, also on North American service. So we're right back to Ecstasy's playing field. And Vape007 is subbing in for YouTube IG, also known for Tyler. Just to give you guys a bit of information on why Vape007 is playing for Ecstasy. To avoid any confusion, of course. Now we see that movement on upper catwalk. Last shot right from the cafeteria, taking a few shots there. My line and Holy and Vape getting 3 taps, but Only comes in, taps away Vape. Stylers walks up, finds Fallen Knight and Donley both get taken down. Quick eco frags, but Vape does get shut down. Of course, a quick replay is needed to see what Stylers did. Took down Fallen Knight, went in for the second one. Donley also got shut down, even though Donley had the AK-47 picked up from Vape. And that's a little bit more impressive than those regular eco frags, of course. Stylers comes in, shuts down Faultless. And he is taken out. The flash returns to its normal position. Fallen Knight. Not sure about that one, buddy. Holy finds him, but here comes Holy from the side. Takes down Donley as well as he tried to take down Ottawa. Interesting trade, but Vape shutting down Monster on the other side. And Ecstasy, another bomb plant, and Absolute is absolutely getting shut down on Canals. Finally, Ecstasy getting some momentum. This is something they desperately need on every single map to get a start like that. 3-0.
Popping smoke.
Quick smoke towards the entrance there on Cross, and Ecstasy is preparing for another move. This time without the bomb on their back. They're going for picks. And My Line and Holy find 2 instead of 1 as Faultless tries to even things out. Mosia comes in to rank the score back to 3 against 3, although he is a bit more on the lower side, giving Ecstasy the advantage if they were to face him. Mosia remaining in that position. Seems to go for the peek there, and Vape gets spotted while My Line comes in on the side with Redlined. Faultless gets taken down, and just like that, double kill out of nowhere. Absolute.
Bomb has been planted.
Really trying to best to fortify their positions on the coalition side, but Ecstasy really holding it nicely. Stylers gets taken out, and My Line quickly taps away Fallen Knight with the scar. Just like that, North American team. Ecstasy is taking the lead nicely. A little bit of shot there from Faultless, but Stylers finds him first with the scar and shuts him down. Not much from Absolute, although Fallen Knight finally takes down My Line. This could be a swift of a momentum switch for Ecstasy. Donley, Stizix. Both get taken out. Stylers taking out Stizix, gets the refrag, and Holy goes down right after. Donley moves up, tries to get a few shots there, but it doesn't seem to bother Stylers too much, apart from a little bit of a flash temporarily. But no tick down coming in from Absolute. Stylers knowing that this is going to be a hard one. Maintaining his movement there towards Belong. Donley's holding on nice and tight. Stylers. Seems to go for the peek on the side, and there comes Donley. Surprises him. Does not want to finish his animation, but does seem to finish off the enemy there. 1-4, an Absolute. At least putting him around there on the board on the 5th one. Did take them quite a bit more than we usually are used to from Absolute. And now Ecstasy. 3-round lead.
Tossing incendiary. Frag out. Take cover.
And there comes Incendiary. Donley getting a little cheeky there, peeking the angle. Fall Knight getting the first frag on Holy. This is very, very greedy by Donley. I'm not sure if this is going to work for him. Incendiary and a flashbang, both utilized in an interesting way.
Flashbang out.
Only coming in from the side, and Styzex does get a shutdown. Faultless. Nice headshot there towards Stylers, but I'm not sure if that's going to do anything about the last member standing there. Ottawa finds a pick there towards Donley, and they're kind of stuck in this position. Ecstasy. No dynamic movement, just very stationary, making it very easy for Absolute to pinpoint their position. And a quick rotation in case they didn't like the option to go towards B. They could have always rotated, but they seemed to have held their ground and not communicated to move any further. And Absolute is not going to wait there forever. At some point, they're going to come after Ecstasy.
Grenade out. Tossing incendiary.
Stizix comes with a nade on Ottawa, and Stizix, a second one. My line comes with the one tap on Masya. Not bad with the revolver, but there's so much that My line only can do. And then once he gets taken down, the rest of Ecstasy falls apart. Like a house built out of cards. And Absolute quickly tries to regain what they have lost. Ecstasy remaining there with their lead. Quick replay there from My line. How he got taken down by Styzex. And then comes the second one towards Stylers. Had to go for the reload. Then went in for the peak and got the triple right there. Quick eco frags, but not too bad there from Styzex. Faultless.
Fire in the hole.
Getting pretty greedy there. He's very low. Barely alive on 2 HP. And Donley comes in with a double. Ottawa and Stylers both get shut down. Absolute maintains the ground. And the bomb remains on the floor. Ecstasy's going to have to go ahead and pick it up again, it seems. And off goes Vape, finds Fallen Knight. So it looks like Fallen Knight did give it away quite easy. A little too easy, break of armor, but Styzex and Donley don't seem to mind too much about that. They quickly shut down the remaining two Holy in My line. Moving right and sneaking about. But gets tapped away by Styzex. And the score remains the same for either side. A 4 against 4. And Styzex 10-5. Nice triple kill on the eco round, and now maintaining his role on this position. And you can see this dynamic on Absolute. They constantly kind of change. Like this
Tossing
time,
a smoke
this
grenade.
round, he's doing better. This map, he's doing better.
Tossing flashbang out.
Ecstasy side, I'm just seeing My line on top every round.
Tossing incendiary.
Just like that, getting taken down early. Not a great sign. As Musha gets the double towards elbow. I know Ecstasy completely stuck in their footsteps. Hoping Absolute will pull the trigger, and Donley, I mean, he's a greedy one, I'll tell you. But even he is going to maintain most of, if not all of his position that he already has. Most it does get refragged by Stylers. That's not too bad. Faultless comes in to shut down Vape, though. This is where Fallen Knight gets surprised by Ottawa. Picks up the AK.
Wins.
But that's all he's going to do. Styzex shuts him down. Double kill from Ecstasy. Just like that, Absolute. They were down 4 rounds, but now they're ahead by 1.
Flashbang out.
There's the flashback. Styzex saw his teammate move around, but it didn't seem like he wanted to do it himself. And Masya gets
Tossing
taken down
incendiary.
by Myline. And this is where the A bump
Tossing
site's
a
looking
smoke
quite
grenade.
interesting. Ecstasy, they get the first pick, and this is where Absolute's starting to heat up a bit. Fallen Knight getting taken down by Vape, and Myline dropping down. Taps away. Donley finds him quite quick, and this is where we see things fall apart. Faultless finding Holy, going in for the second one, jumping up and down, but not the greatest position to be in. Vape takes him down too. We're coming in with a double in Ottawa. The last Styzex taken down to 5-5, bringing the score back to an even amount. Myline and Styzex basically going
Tossing incendiary.
almost at the same amount in this race. But at the end of the day, you got to check out the score.
Incendiary. Frag out.
Styzex finding the headshot there on Holy. Faultless, not bad there actually. Not bad. It was a bit of a hard catch there in Ottawa. Does get refragged by Stylers, but bold move. Quick return there from Donley. Myline checking the area. Fall Knight goes in for the scope, gets the tap, but not enough to shut him down fully. Donley right from behind on Stylers. Absolute. Try to remain the lead, but Vape comes in. Another tap. Not too bad here from Vape. Haven't seen him play much yet, but Myline getting a second one. This is where Absolute, they reduce from 3-1, and now Musya has to do it all alone. Gets the tap on Myline, hoping Vape is coming from that corner. Now timing is of the essence. Shows himself. Here's the audio cue. Musya peeks out and takes him down. And picks up the Scar. Wow. One thing I'm noticing as well, the Scar is being used a lot more as well, as we've seen in the past previous two maps. In this map, Musya shutting down Myline with the M4. Vape had the Scar in his hands. The better weapon. Musya still times it right. Shuts down Vape. Surprises him. And Absolute maintaining the lead on this first half. It is ridiculous. 3 members of Absolute on lower crosswalk. Oh, but here comes Ottawa. 1-2 and Faultless at least positions himself back with the pistol, but it is an absolute bloodbath on the lower catwalk. Not for either side. Holy shuts down Faultless, and now Donley remains at last. First 38 seconds, and there's only 1 member remaining. Such a fast and quick pace of events. They got the double, they got what they wanted, and then they ran back and started to get hit in their backs. Not really sure what the game plan was, but Absolute did start off nicely, but looks like they're not ending in the same nice fashion. Goes in for the peak, and right midair is not going to be the most accurate position to be in. Donley and Holy's going to make use of that. 6-6, and they flip sides. Now, of course, even if we flip sides, nothing's changed. The score remains the same as things have evened out. Donley comes in, shuts down my line. Not too bad there from Donley. And the bomb is being
Bomb has
planted.
been planted.
Just like that. A quick move from Absolute. A little bit faster than what we usually see in average Ecstasy. Not anyone has been taken out as well. And it seems like there was no resistance yet. Now, of course, we see a bit of the first resistance coming in. Styles is getting the first two down. Vape going down to Ottawa. Walking around the bomb site. Looks like they want to go for the defuse. The bomb is right there, waiting to be defused, but Absolute is holding it all from the cafeteria and making it really difficult for Ecstasy to land the final defuse on the bomb. Time is ticking. Fallen Knight knows he's going to be able to win this one out as time runs out. Ottawa
Reach wins.
barely alive, but Absolute wins the round. And there goes the first pistol round to Absolute this time, instead of what we saw with Ecstasy winning out the pistol round of the previous half on the breach side. Now Absolute switching right to those AK-47s. Or the Scars in this case, of course. Styles does not want to wait any longer and depletes all of his money and puts it all on the line. Myline getting the tap and quickly running away. That is a clean one. The revolvers are being used, but it doesn't seem to do much as Absolute comes in with more frags. Myline, wow, double, wow, look at that,
Bomb has
triple
been
in total.
planted.
And Myline is hungry. Switching to the AK-47, he's ready to absolutely shut down Absolute. Seems to be the goal. Very nice goal. Fallen Knight right there in the corner. Donley checked on Myline, and there goes Myline. Right as the revolver disappeared, Myline disappeared with it.
Reach
And
wins.
right from the side, Fallen Knight, pretty patient. Very good teamwork. Gets the headshot. Nice attempt from Myline. The triple was really, really solid. Not bad at all. Look how clean that was. And then the second one
Bomb
from
has been
below.
planted.
Throwing a smoke grenade! Cover your eyes!
Now Holy moving right out of the smoke, surprising everyone from Absolute except Fallen Knight. Seems to be unfazed, responds in time, and gets a second one to make the score even. Well, Musya and Faultless both get taken down. Myline comes in from the side. Styzex gets shut down, and this is where Absolute might be a bit of trouble. The bomb is in the middle, and the players are on the other side. All Ottawa is skirting out the map from the B bomb site. Right outside Sniper's Nest. He's taking the peek, and he finds Donley. Donley is not happy about that, of course. Ottawa finding Fallen Knight. Now they have a hunch that Donley might be there towards
Coalition wins.
the longer part of A long in this case, and this is where Myline shoots down Donley with the final bits. Holy, look at that. 1, 2, tries to go for more, but Fallen Knight was coming in from a different angle. And he was a little too close for Absolute to find. And a quick tactical pause. We've seen this before. I'm surprised Ecstasy has not used their any tactical pauses on the second map. By the way, this is something that I'm not sure if you guys noticed as well. But Ecstasy could have easily taken the time to just get a few things together. Tactical pause has ended as Absolute is taking their sweet time to come up with a bit more of a game plan on this one. Musya, I hope he's going to pick up a weapon. Seems to be weaponless at the moment. There we go. Running pistols.
Tossing a smoke grenade!
Flash out.
And Ecstasy a lot more aggressive. Now the flash comes in and Holy finds the first one on Faultless. This is looking pretty bad so far, but Donley comes in with the first pick on Ottawa with the Deagle. And maybe some more deagle shots. Holy from the side. The bomb is attempted to be planted. And they do at least get the bomb plant. Not too bad. And Holy has to wait for the incendiary to go out, of course.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Not sure what the smoke was for. That could have been wasted money in the future. But even though it's a little bit, you never know when you might need it. A quick replay on that as well.
Flashbang out.
Bomb plant there from Donny. Very risky, very quick. And right as the incendiary did the final bit of the job, he was able to get the bomb plant. Not too bad for an eco round. Also a kill on the side. And this definitely recovered them financially. We could see the SG and the Scar returning as the favorites. Oh, going for a few shots. Doesn't seem to continue. Ottawa, that is not the greatest angle to push when you see Faultless right there. And then Faultless moves down and Holy moves down. There's no correction needed to shut down Faultless from that position. Holy. Looking for Stizex's wrong move and first wrong move. And that would help out quite a bit. The A-bomb site's looking quite nice. Absolute. But no one seems to be looking towards Holy. Stizex just walking in front of nothing. Or at least he thinks that there's no one there, but that's not the case here. Fallen Knight finally able to get the refrag, but MyLine did a little bit more damage, and now we are not in a great spot. MyLine comes in with another one, Donley. Shut down 2 in this strategy here. The recovery seems to have done nothing much, but losing another round, unfortunately, here for Absolute. 20 frags on MyLine. Look at that difference. We can also see that Faultless and Mosia are starting to fall off a bit more than we usually anticipate. Stizex and Donley, especially Donley, is doing very well here on Canals.
Smoke grenade out. Tossing incendiary. Toss it frag.
Now MyLine holding quite the deadly angle with Scar yet again. I'm not sure, but oh, that could have been quite the spray down there. But Ottawa got taken out, and Holy's going to be the one in charge. Tries to get the last few in, but Fallen Knight gets the tap. MyLine's getting a little hungry. Cheekstime was, yeah, I'm probably going to go for Fallen Knight too. There he goes. Quickly kill frags. 2 takedowns from Absolute. It's quite wild to see something so fast there. Holy 1, and then 2, 3, and then tried to go for the 4th. A very hungry man for the frags. At the time he switched to the weapon and took those shots, he could have reloaded. Could have reloaded the most precious weapon he has, which is his M4.
Flash out.
Or any assault rifle he may have had at the time, of course. Now Holy hoping for the move on the side of the smoke. Fallen Knights. Oh, Fallen Knights. And there goes Donley. Just like that, Absolute. Do not seem to be in the greatest position to battle Holy on the B bomb site. This guy is an absolute menace. The doubles and the triples and everything. Right there, he's running out of ammo. And that's when he actually gets shut down. But
Smoke out. Cover your eyes.
Stizex. That's seemed to be the greatest position. Close one. But it's still going to be 11-8. Close one there from Stizex. Takes down MyLine. But oh boy, man, Holy every single time from elbow. I'm not sure why Absolute is not keeping track of this, but this man has been crazy towards elbow numerous times. You can see him even get closer towards MyLine at this point. 20 frags.
Tossing smoke.
Now Donley tapping away. MyLine's down. Fallen Knight 2. A quick frag for frag while Stylers comes in to clear the coat. Holy coming in for the refrag for Ottawa. Bringing the number of players back to a 3 versus 2. Looking for the bomb plan to the B bomb site. Stizex. Quite an aggressive move, but oh, that would have been pretty bad, but it wasn't. Now Stylers hiding right behind the statue. And you can see him making the peek, but Donley makes the move first and shuts down Stylers. Now Holy has to go for the rotation.
Bomb has been planted.
He's moving right from behind with the M4. Both stuck towards the cafeteria now.
Tossing incendiary.
Quite a bit of noise. They could double peek. They could try a lot of things right now, but It's pretty hard to mess this one up, you would think. Styzex watches him push, and Styzex still remains on the back end. He's trying to throw a nade, and then comes the only from the side, surprising Holy. 11-9. It's like a reverse 9-11 that we've had on the first map, or the second map, I believe, on Grounded. No, we had it on the first map. I remember seeing the score before, but then on different teams. It was Ecstasy that was down 9, and that's absolutely what was at 11. Then they had a tactical pause, and then they won on raid 13 to 10, I believe. Let's see if Absolute is going to get taken down like that by Ecstasy. Holy moves first, but Mosia shuts him down first. And Holy does not even get a chance to take any more shots. Now Ottawa in the corner. Oh, Ottawa gets the double. And dude, again, Absolute forgets to check one spot and one spot only.
Coalition wins.
And just like that, the entire team gets wiped out like usual towards the B bomb site. It does not seem to work. These quick B pushes, very cheap and very easy to detect in Ottawa. Look at him, he's right there. No one seemed to have gotten Ottawa on site. 25 frags there from my line. That is insane. That is like 5 rounds. Basically, everyone taken out for 5 rounds. That is a lot. That's a lot of frags. Faultless. Not done yet with my line. Seems to take him down first this time. Absolutely, you would think has the upper hand as one of the key members from Ecstasy gets taken down, but Stylers, Ottawa, these members are also not doing too shabby here. Going in for the bomb plant. Styzex pretty quick, but does get taken out and return in Ottawa. All the way towards upper catwalk, while Holy is moving right behind.
Smoke out. Tossing a smoke grenade.
Dropping a smoke and then another smoke.
Defusing the bomb.
And trying to hit the defuse, and they're actually defusing this time. Oh, they're defusing this time. What am I watching? An Ecstasy gets the 3rd map on their side, and Absolute losing out on a ninja there. Quick replay from the double smoke. Flawless shuts down Vape. Stylers gets 1, gets 2. And then right as he goes for the bomb plant, gets the final 1. And another thing that surprised me as well, they actually hung out to stick to the scoreboard there. But anyways, congratulations. Wow, Absolute did not seem to win on the 3rd map. Let's just quickly check the polls, because I am curious. Absolute got another 75% approval rating on that, but Ecstasy made it through. And this time, it was not just my line. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Holy came in. Ottawa came in. A lot more members from Ecstasy started to show their side. Stylers on that round 2. And this is where you start to change, where the ties start to change a bit more, and where Absolute starts to actually get a feeling of heat. Because right now, it was just my line every time, but this 3rd map really changed things. And this time, my line actually got taken down first, so it wasn't even an opportunity. It wasn't even an opportunity to take effect. And Ottawa and Stylers definitely did a lot there, and Holy as well at the final part there with the smoke. Both getting that beautiful diffuse through the smoke. Follow Knight trying his best as he was flashed, and then also getting taken out by Holy. It was just a nail in the coffin, and that was it. Congratulations to Ecstasy for maintaining their hold, and looks like we are actually going to see a 4th map, so that's awesome. I just got a notification real quick as well. Looks like we're going to be doing another giveaway. I mean, I guess Eco Dynasty is really a man of his words. We've got 2 event cases and 3 winners. So, wait, hold on. How does that work? How's the math? Oh, you mean 2 event cases per individual. We're not getting 1, we're getting 2. We're not getting 1, we're getting 2. Ah, there you go. All right. Guys, since we have a solid event, it's not going to be 1. It's going to be 2. I know you still can't retire your family, but you're going to get 2 instead of 1. It's double the same. You just have to see more than 0, and then if you do times 2, it is going to be a higher number. You just have to be positive, guys. You guys have to be positive, so use that positive reinforcement. Try to win it, and I hope to see you guys right after the next break. Keep spamming those IGNs, keep spamming those IDs, and see you in a bit.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after the break. Hope you guys had a solid break. This was this is not a best of 3 yet. You guys might be thinking, oh, that was just 3 matches and that's it. No, it's not. We're in a full best of 5. We're heading straight into the 4th map, and it's going to be quite exciting. I can see that both sides are fully ready. I hope you are ready. Of course, we just did the giveaway as well. I think the winners were already presented in the chat, and I can see that Mia Lufsu. We also got degraded and elfed. So you guys won 2 event cases. Now I'm not sure if we're gonna get 3. Again, I have to look very nice at Eco Dynasty here, but hey, who knows? Maybe we'll drop 3. Maybe we'll drop 5. That's a little crazy, but we haven't confirmed anything. So congratulations with the event cases. Hope you guys are going to make, get something cool out of that. Who knows? You never know what you're going to get out of one of those cases. Aside from that, I hope you guys are also ready for today's 4th map. We're not just walking into the oblivion here. I'm not sure if we can actually take a quick look at the map bans before we get straight into the next match. I can see that we are on the maximum amount of people that are in the room. So we're just waiting for them to restart. So we'll probably just see the map right away. But yeah, no, we already had Canals, we had Grounded, we had Raid, and Canals was a very interesting one. Seeing that Ecstasy can actually show that they don't just need Y-line was really nice for a few rounds. This was a whole map where they actually showed that they didn't need Y-line the entire time. And I think Holy definitely proved it towards Elbow. Those were some really nice moves. Ottawa as well really started to wake up. Ottawa's played a lot before on, I believe, some other North American team. I can't I can't really think of the name at the moment, but that was definitely another one that was pretty big in North America during that time. But yeah, no. So those are some things that are going to happen right now. If you guys are excited, I'm excited. I'm just waiting for the final things to be fully finalized. It's probably going to take a couple of minutes or 2. In the meantime, while that is occurring, of course, I'm just looking at the person that's running it to go ahead and check out the map bans if possible. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get that. Just one second. Oh, yeah, there we go. So there it is. Taking a quick look at the map bans again, just to give you guys an overall idea. We're currently, okay, so we're going to go play on Plaza. That was the map. Had to go ahead and refresh my own memory. We already played on Raid. That was a 13-2 and 13-10. Then we had the 13-8. So things started to get a little heated, and now we're back at receiving a victory. For Ecstasy, of course, Absolute. They picked that map, but this time it was also an NA server. Now we are heading straight into European server, and we are going to be playing on their map pick, but it is going to be on a European server. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Losing out on that first map was not the way to go on Raid, and it's a map that they should have won if you look at just statistically. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see who's going to win it out. Of course, most people thought Absolute was going to take the victory. 75%. I know it's 73 now, but that's because some of y'all pressed on Ecstasy after they won. That's not how polls work, guys. That's not how polls work. We'll probably see another poll in a bit. I'm not sure when that's going to be ready, but for now, that poll remains up. Just getting a quick update of what's going on at the moment. We only have 3 members ready. Sliders, Vape, and MyLine being ready at the moment. And on the other side, we see Ottawa, Stizek. I don't know how I couldn't say that name there for a second. Faultless, YouTube, and Fallen Knight. We do see Donley, Mosya there on the other side as well. I think they need to switch to the correct side. I think there's a lot going wrong at the moment, but we're just waiting for our experienced teams to make their experienced choices and pick the right side. So in the meantime, I can see that, we've got that 4th map coming up. Do you guys think there'll be a 5th map? Soar, are we really going to push this to a best of 5, as in like an actual best of 5 with 5 maps running on one stream? That would be kind of wild. I've had it a couple times, and by a couple times, I mean maybe 2 or 3 more. For COPS, I've had it once, I believe, only once. I'm not sure if I did anything in the circuit in season 2 or season 3 or 4 that revolved around the best of 3, but I don't believe so. I think we had one best of 5 that I remember that was absolutely ludicrous, and I think I also had one, but that was for another game. But at least for COPS, it was between. I'm not sure if you guys still remember Valorant Gaming and Exclusive, but that was an insane matchup with the old Canals and the old Legacy. But anyways, looks like we're finally restarting. Just getting heads up from that. Trying it once more. Trying it once more. So yeah. Aside from that, let's see if we can get the restart in there for the room. While we're waiting for that restart, we can go over a quick revision, of course, for the previous game that we just had. I can also bring up what happened during the match. We can talk about what just happened between. Take a look there. There it is. There it is. And Stylers, I completely forgot to mention. Of course, I mentioned Ottawa and Holy performing very well against Myline. Of course, Vape was. I randomly had to fall in, but he was not doing too bad. Of course, it's not out of nowhere that he would just come there and just perform maximum, but he was able to fill in as a substitute and make a few plays that were really nice. But I also have to mention Stylers for making the move, getting the double kill on the B bomb site against Donley and Thoughtless while they were trying to get the bomb plant. That is also a reason why Ecstasy was able to close things off. Of course, he got shut down after that, but that is a very important thing that we should mark off. Anyways, moving over to the fourth map, ladies and gentlemen, Absolute and Ecstasy. Seeing them get ready. And we're watching the movement from Absolute side. Oh, and a quick reset. Looks like we're not going for the knife round yet. And I have to go for another attempt. Knife in middle. Or on street, of course. And we can see Absolute taking quite the takedown there. Okay. Just like that. The knife round has ended. Now we're just waiting for them to join the right side, which I hope, again, shouldn't take too long. And off we go. That didn't take too long. The first round on the fourth map. It feels like we just went through summer, and now it's still summer. But anyways, we're on Plaza. And Absolute is, I think, absolutely finished, or not. With today's best of 5, they're going to end it on this one. Or they're not. Oh, Ottawa. Moving towards middle. Trying to support something that does not exist, or has not existed yet. Now, what is Fallen Knight doing on the other side?
Bomb has been planted.
What are we doing over here, buddy? What? They're not gonna let you live, man. They're gonna go for the kill over the bomb plant. I know it's critical ops. You're gonna get taken down, and then they'll go for the bomb. And just like that, Absolute. Dropping down incendiary, making it really hard. It's stalling so much time for Ecstasy. Look at that stall. And Ottawa comes from behind, takes the first 2 shots. And that pistol round's not too bad. Masya gets the double, but is it really going to be enough? Myline gets the tap there towards Masya. Myline tries to go for the defuse while the time is running out. Donley. Oh, and here comes the knife vape. What's going on? If you guys went for the bomb instead of for Fallen Knight, he was just sitting there on the other side of the map. Not sure why that was a priority over the bomb plant, but hey. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Decisions have been made, and Absolute takes the pistol round. Myline taking a shot there with a revolver. We're quickly running it back. Holy moly, has to run quite a bit there. Styzix. And it looks like they are not wasting any time. Going straight for AK-47's Ecstasy. He's going to have to play this one slow and steady. A couple of shots there. Oh, Musha did not know that Holy was just sitting there. At least Isaacs was able to cover for him, but it was a bit close, a bit too close for comfort.
Bomb has been planted.
Now that Musha is pretty low, he's going to have to run away, or at least walk away a certain distance to not get himself killed by the bomb. Now Myline might be able to catch him if he gets a little too far away from the bomb in a certain direction, but Myline seems to quite the distance. All the way towards the street area. No reason to go in and suicide. But, I mean, at the same time, a little bit of pressure can't hurt. I mean, they have to walk away from the bomb, remember? A lot of noise, and just gave away his position. That's not ideal. That's not very good.
Breach
Now he's gonna
wins.
get tapped from the side, completely wide open. And Masha, the one that he, you know, could have probably beaten if he took one shot. Off to 2 rounds, moving straight to the 3rd. Off goes Absolute, right for long, and Vape is right there with the M4, and that was all that Vape could have done there. Styzex quickly jumps up and takes the headshot. Nate comes in, Stylers. Oh boy, that utility usage, it is not even playable at this point. My line also completely obliterated, and Absolute is, look at what is happening on my screen. If I was playing the game, I would go crazy. Oh, Ottawa though. Otto is keeping himself nice and cool and gets the double while this chaos goes in, and he's at 7 HP while the incendiary was on there. Faultless. Not sure about this positioning. Could be quite lethal if he sees him right through the smoke.
Wins.
And he does. Ottawa gets the triple. Wow. Absolute. They had such a solid push. Their utility was spot on. Their push and the initial first frags they got. But Ottawa did not care at all, man. This guy, look at him. Right there in the smoke, gets that little easy entry, double kill. Don't leave all night, both get shut down. And right after that, gets the final one as things end. And another new poll has emerged for the people who may not have paid attention to the chat. There's another poll you guys can check out if you want. Oh, holy, that is quite the flash, but at the same time, it might have actually saved your life because no one knows that you're there. That is insane. No one knows. Oh, my. Too much utility. A little bit too much utility. And holy,
Smoke grenade
together
out.
with my line to completely take down Absolute. And, well, they're absolutely done for us. Styzex. Oh, my God. Styzex. What was that? Stylers showed him how to move that crosser on the right side. And, oh, boy. What a way to throw things off. Holy, just right there. Look at that. Completely flashed. Thinks he's done for, but nope. There's a smoke. There's a smoke, and there goes Holly. Holy moly, Holly. Who's right outside of the smoke. Follows getting taken on my line. And I'm not sure what happened here with Styzex.
Coalition
Oh,
wins.
I think even a knife would have been more accurate there. Gosh. Oh boy. Anyways, Ecstasy coming in with those quick eco frags. Mushy getting shut down. And I feel like we've just blinked and we just, look at that. 3 rounds. 3 rounds out of nowhere. For Ecstasy and Absolute. What a beautiful run they had in those first 2 maps. But things are looking, if this is how they continue to play, this might be a problem. They have very good utility, don't get me wrong. Those 2
Incendiary.
rounds that they lost, really nice utility, but they really got caught off guard by one person.
Tossing smoke.
Just one player in the wrong spot at the wrong time and not being part of their plan. Flash and Fallen Knight. Not much you can do as fire emerges. Smoke remains up. Stylers. Look for a few shots there with
Grenade out.
Scar and tends to back off right afterwards. He
Grenade
comes
out.
in. Stylers throws in another grenade, and that's not a great spot to be in when you're out of ammo like that.
Gonna blind him.
Bit of a flash there. Masha backs off right afterwards. Vape. The opportunity there. Stylers also won't be going in too much. And Vape right behind those boxes goes for a few more. Styzex don't both get 2 more takedowns, and Holy comes through too. And look at that. Absolute. 3 frags, 4 frags. Holy gets taken down. Ottawa remains at last, and
Bomb
this
has
is
been
too much
planted.
pressure. 5 members remaining all alive. from Absolute. Quite a heavy push towards the A bomb side. This time executed perfectly with a flawless ace for the entire team of Absolute Ecstasy. Off the 6th round, or the 7th round, I believe now. 3 on 3. I'm not sure. We shouldn't be on round 6. I believe this might be a, if I'm not mistaken, quick pause. And there we go. Waiting for a response to see who took that technical pause. I'm kind of curious. Looks like we're not going to get an answer, but I think it's from Absolute. I believe so. They did win that round, but they lost 2 that they could have definitely won. I can see why they want to pause, but they're doing it a little bit late. I think they want to make their strategy a little bit more unpredictable. Now, unfortunately, the information was not shown on the screen, but based on the information I'm receiving, it is from Absolute.
Tossing smoke.
I still think that I can see that most people are still voting for Absolute over Ecstasy, but the poll is a little bit more closed off this time. 60 against 40%. Over 40 votes. So if you guys haven't voted yet, definitely check it out. Ottawa comes in for a pick towards Fallen. That is Musha comes in with a refrag. It's Isaacs. Oh boy.
Frag out.
Not the greatest position to beat in. Faultless comes in to do some damage control. And just like that, it's 3 against 3. Anony scoping down the angle. Goes for more, goes for even more, and this is the Incendiary remains on the floor. Only comes through to get the last shot in there, and my line too. Holy. Does not seem to hold back much, and Musha and Only both get shut down, and Holy ends it off. 4 against 3 Ecstasy. Only and did not like that from Holy right there. Let's watch that replay again from Holy. Comes in with the first one there. Musha getting shut down. Only did get the double, but look at that. Holy returns the favor in his 1 versus 2. And Ecstasy maintains with their lead. Now Only comes in after Styler. Just the flash barely disappearing right after they go back to their positions. Flash comes in. Musha slightly damaged, but not enough to cause him anything bad. They try to look for more options towards this nice statue on the A bomb side. Musha entering with a flash. Oh, that flash was gold. Faultless gets 2, but Faultless gets the return. And Myline remaining alive with Ottawa, getting both of them taken down. And Fallen Knight, this is an interesting spot to be in. The bomb is down as suddenly the positions have to burst. Oh.
Throwing smoke.
Not bad to throw in a bit of damage, but oh, that's so predictable. It's so predictable. That knows exactly where he's going. He knew exactly where Fallen Knight was going. Like he was reading his mind. Like he played with him before. An absolute. And is that another pause we see here? This time is by Ecstasy. Very interesting. Why Ecstasy dropped another pause. Not sure what's going on, but they might be taking things a little bit more serious. I mean, I would do the same thing if I suddenly see that it's not really that over yet. It really didn't look good for them. On the 3rd map, it also started to look like Absolute was going to take the bag, but Ecstasy really pushed through on that 2nd map. Continued to show that same momentum. And here we are on the 4th map of this best of 3.
Tossing incendiary. Tossing frag.
Dropping in the flash, and my line seems to be unfazed. Another heavy push there from Absolute and Ecstasy. They're really locking in these positions. Might be in a battle there, and he does take down Fallen Knight, and look at that, Masya. Not much more he can do about that. A bit back and forth. My line only comes from above. Holy and my line both get taken out by him, and that makes the Tides cheer them on. But Vape, again, nice little sneak attack, but it's not going to work on Styzex. Interesting movement there by Donley. That looked pretty awkward, but they're back to behaving. And Stylers moves forward, gets the first one, tries to go for the second, but he's too low. And Donley pre-fires the angle, shuts him down. And they're trying to do some more damage control, trying to get one more round on the board. Ecstasy ahead by 1 round against Absolute.
Throwing frag.
That's very loud. I don't know why that exists, but anyways, he did indeed throw a frag. Smoking off the area once again. Ottawa holds down and locks down this position. Holy comes in with the first takedown on Ottawa. Through the smoke, right through the head. And Holy trying to get rid of the fire, but at the same time, kind of blinding himself. Not sure if that was a good trade-off. Both situations where he wouldn't actually make the move, but hey. Interesting choice for Holy to do that. And there goes Holy. Styzex gets him down. Faultless gets the refrag, and My Line comes in to try and do some damage control for Ecstasy, but Masya gets the refrag on him, and now Vape remains all alone in this 1v3, and I haven't seen him have much clutch potential, so Donley does in fact shut him down, bringing the score right back to a 5 versus 5. I'm not sure if the tactical pause did more good than harm. Interesting fact, we're on European servers, but look at the ping. Styzex and Masya are struggling.
Flash out. Flash out.
Couple shots there from Donley. 1 and 2 down. Stylers and Vape both get shut down. Ottawa. Ooh, there comes My Line. Tap to the head on Faultless without seeing anything. And Fallen Knight tries to compensate for that, shutting down My Line, heading right out to the mid. Holy. Oh, from heavens above, Styzex. Right above the trash can. Makes the move, takes the head, and he's out. Quick replay on that from Fallen Knight.
Flash out.
And Donley getting the headshot, and then the second one. Double kill there from Donley.
Tossing frag. Tossing flash. Tossing incendiary.
Flashbang and a nade, but oh, actually was an incendiary this time. Faultless comes in with the headshot on Vape, and Stylers tries to compensate for that. Gets the headshot on Fallen Knight instead, bringing them back to a 3 versus 3 as My Line tries to make Donley quiet. They want to make them move towards the A-bomb side. The bomb is still down. Masya comes from the side. My Line's completely surprised. Now Holy moving right through the incendiary, and I'm not sure if that was a good move, but Styzex does shut him down. And oh, they're also moving through fire to get whatever they want in this case, which is nothing, as the maps or the sides will swap on this 4th map, ladies and gentlemen. The second half is coming in, and Absolute's taking the lead at the very, very end. Right as they switch to the Coalition side. We see Ecstasy taking a very fast route towards the A-bomb side, and I feel like Absolute's gonna barely not see them. Or barely see. That could have been close. That could have definitely been close. Ah, My Line. He has no idea what he's about to see. He's gonna jump out. All right, up he goes. At least one tap from Holy, but oh, Absolute. They have no idea. 5 members and now 4 with pistols. It's like playing against an assault rifle. That is unplayable. Stylers gets taken down. Great teamwork there from Absolute, and off goes the pistol.
Bomb has been defused.
Coalition side takes the victory. Absolute 3 rounds ahead now against Ecstasy with an eco advantage. Sidonli and Musya both topping out right now. This is what I love again. Used to love about Rain, and now I still love with Absolute. One map it's Fallen Knight, one map it's Donely, one map it's Faultless. It doesn't really matter. This map it's Donely and Musya. Keeps changing around, showing their strengths. Either maps. Styzex. Oh, quick flick there from the members there from Absolute. Styzex and Faultless definitely did a great job there. And just like that, this round was most likely won because of that. Now Vape, and not the greatest accuracy, but he still managed to take down Faultless, and that's about it. Could have been way better, of course, than getting taken down fully. Let's watch that replay against Styzex. Look at that. Beautiful flick, and Faultless able to cover up for his side. It's like a double team near the smoke. And they both played it perfectly. If either of them failed, that could have been a big problem. Double teaming near the entrance of Banana towards the B-bomb site. Seems to work really effective. Flashing the area. Mosya's already very aggressive. Gets my line right through the smoke. It's so incredible. In this game, you can just get taken out by smoke so easily. Right through smokes, just by... Oh, but they're probably here, maybe. And here comes Musya with a triple kill, just like that. Ottawa also getting shut down. Quick eco frags there from Musya. Bringing the score to 10-5. 5 rounds ahead, Absolute. I'm not sure what's going on over here, but I feel like I'm blinking my eyes and...
Coalition wins.
And suddenly, just like that, Absolutes are ahead by 5 rounds. It's all over. Just like the second map that we've seen in Ecstasy. They've done so well, but look at that. 5 rounds ahead. This is going to be a very, very difficult to come back from. They've got the scars this time. Utility is at least on.
Grenade out.
Or at least in their hands. Made to cause a little bit of difficulty, but nothing's being hit. Nothing's landing.
Flashbang out.
Lots of utility usage here from Absolute, but they might drain themselves while they continue doing this. After some time, that pressure will fall, and this is what Ecstasy was waiting for. Waiting for utility to fall apart. There's like a smoke or 2 remaining. I'm not really sure. There's definitely more remaining for Ecstasy. And oh, Musya barely alive. Dropping in an incendiary. Hoping for them to not make the move through, and they're not going to make the move through. Oh, that's a close one for Fallen Knight. Could have definitely grabbed the kill there, but of course he does not know what we know. And Ottawa goes in and gets him right through the smoke. Faultless. Ooh, big mistake there, going on out of the open. Don't only make an aggressive move, trying to get greedy. That emotional push from, oh, my teammate got taken out. I got to go get the kill now. A little bit of an emotional push that caused him to get a little bit too aggressive. Now Vape tries to get the final one, but Fallen Knight squeezes out the last. 11-5. An absolute, what a difference in performance compared to what we saw in the upper final brackets. Now to the grand finals here on Plaza. It seems like such a one-sided battle out of nowhere, halfway on this second half. The double teaming from Absolute, even with the utility usage, pretty close one, I'm not gonna lie, but Fate was not able to cut out that final pick. And now Faultless shutting down my line. We do see the move only. Already getting a bad idea from this. Holy makes the move pretty aggressively. Fallen Knight shuts him down. Remains alive for now. Vape barely able to shut down Styzex, but is it going to be enough? Only takes 1. Vape goes for more, but only gets a second. And just like that, 12-5. Ecstasy falling apart round after round. This is a 7-round difference. They have to win every single round if they want to get a comeback into the 5th map, which is on Soar. This is looking really, really bad, ladies and gentlemen. Almost like I can almost say who's going to be victorious at this point. But they are not giving up yet. Ecstasy tries their very hardest, makes that final push. Stylus gets the double faultless. Does not seem scared. I feel like Holy at this point is just immune. I'm not sure. It's just immune. Whenever he walks through a smoke, he's actually invisible. Styzex taking down Stylers. Coming in this 2 versus 1 versus 2 now as Ottawa finds Donley. This might be an opportunity to at least get one more round on the board. But what after that? Styzex. Quite a bit of noise. Seemed to be pretty obvious, but Ottawa does not seem to know for sure. And Myline shuts down Styzex. A little aggressive for a round where no bomb is planted. $12-6. What a big difference. At least Myline was able to squeeze out that final pick. It wasn't for the ludicrous choice to go all the way towards street. Without holding a gun in his hand. He's ready there. But are they going to be ready on this round as well? I'm not sure about that. We're on the 19th round. On this 4th map pick. And Ecstasy chose the map, but Absolute's got their server advantage on this. Oh, holy, what an aggressive move and a very bold one, but there was no teammate there to cover you, so that's unfortunate. That could have been a really nice double push with someone else, but no one moved with him. Myline takes down Masha, comes from the side. Stylus taking another one. Fallen Knight becomes the fallen one in this case. We're still on a 2 versus 3 as Ecstasy. Donley taking a Myline.
Coalition wins.
Pretty close guard there, but Styzex takes it for the win. The double is in, and just like that, congratulations, Absolute, take the victory. What an incredibly close one there. And look at that. Absolutely victorious. Congratulations to Absolute for becoming the winners of the Polaris Champions 2025 in the Grand Finals. What a close match it was, at least at some points during the game. 13-10, 13-8, 9-13, but now 13-7, I believe. Or 13-6. It was a 13-6. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, and it's completely dark in my room. As you guys can see, it is being covered in red by the screen that I'm seeing, and you guys are seeing as well. Right before we end, though, I first of all want to thank Polaris for having me, and I also wanted to quickly do another giveaway. So it looks like we're going to be dropping another giveaway. This time, Anony came in to give us another one on top of the already existing giveaways that we had. So drop your IGNs and your ID in the chat to participate. There's going to be sure about how many. I think there's going to be like 1 case per winner, but I'm not entirely sure. It's going to be 1 event case each, so 5 event cases across 5 people. So there's going to be a higher likelihood of you winning, but it's only going to be 1. But hey, at least it's 1 and not 0. You got to always think positive, ladies and gentlemen. You always got to think positive. But thank you all again for watching. This has been quite a blast. The Polaris, again, second time that I'm saying this, but I do want to thank them for having me on this stream. It was really nice to cast some COPs again. It's been a while. It's been like last year, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but I do want to thank Eco Dynasty for contacting me and wanting to have me on the board. And I wish you guys a lot of luck with the remainder of the cases. I hope may the best win. I'm not sure if I've said everything. If there's anything else that I need to say, then please type it. For you guys, I do, of course, want to thank you guys for watching as well throughout this entire journey. If you guys want to rewatch it, it will stay on the PolarisGG channel. And you guys can always check out all the history here, and that should help you guys out in the long run. So yeah, thank you all for watching again from my side, and congratulations again to Absolute for winning the tournament here on the Grand Finals against Ecstasy. They tried their best, but unfortunately, it's going to be Absolute is going to be victorious. Let's take a quick look at the poll, and Absolute got 64% of the votes, and then 35%, 36% before you guys started clicking. I'm smart. I can see what you're doing. 36% for Ecstasy. So again, it was a little bit closer, but it was close enough. Looks like really Absolute was the fan favorite. Myline tried his best, but We had some moments there, especially on the third map, where more players started to kick in. But oh boy, that fourth one, that was extremely one-sided at the end, unfortunately. But that it is what it is. So yeah, thank you again for watching the Polaris Championship, and congratulations to Absolute for winning. My name is Wade, also known as Ade Pitcher, and it was a blast to cast this one. And I'll see you guys perhaps on another stream. And regarding Polaris's position, they wish you a great rest of the day. Goodbye.
Push it 'cause I'm about to pull a fucking trigger. What you mean? I'm a train, motherfuckers, I'm coming clean. On your way, got my can, nigga be dropping a real bad. Looking for another motherfucking weakest nigga with your figure. Fuck that bullshit 'cause I'm about to pull a fucking trigger. What you mean? I'm a train, motherfuckers, I'm coming clean. On your way, got my can, nigga be dropping a real bad. Looking for another motherfucking weakest nigga with your figure. Fuck that bullshit 'cause I'm about to pull a fucking trigger. Fucking trigger. Fucking trigger. Fucking trigger. Fucking trigger. What you mean? I'm a train. 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 What you mean? I'm a train.